Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? To talk about last night's episode of The Acolyte? Are you prepared to get into the nitty-gritty? To delve deep into philosophy and lore? And then argue like little children? Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun. And probably I'll get minorly triggered. Which is probably Kathy's plan. And always has been. Anyway. But before we do the deed that we are about to do, let us prepare ourselves in the usual manner. This time, instead of just grabbing your sip, fill it. Make sure your smoke that you light is double strength. And then relax. Push the like button before you are incapable of doing it. And get ready for this midweek Wednesday night, in this case, Acolyte stream. Hello, everybody. How are you on this fine Wednesday evening? I'm good. I'm ready to talk some Acolyte. Get into the controversy. What it appears to be. But even more importantly, what it actually is. What up, Ned? What up, Brooke? Thanks for coming in, Ned. I appreciate you. You too, Brooke. And anyone who may be lurking, I appreciate you too. I appreciate anyone who gives me any of their time. Even if it's just a minute or 3 out of curiosity, I'll take it. Maybe you'll remember it. Then maybe you'll be like, you know what? He wasn't so bad. Maybe I'll go back check him out one more time. I mean, that's the hope, anyway. I know Head Ned, less Head Ned, Headless Ned. Sorry, bro. But, throw some birthday cakes into the chat for Ned. I appreciate you spending birthday time here, bro. When you could just as easily be like, fuck that guy, I have beer. And by the time we're done talking, you may do that anyway. You never know when it comes to Star Wars. So what's been happening? I know Ned just got done doing his assessment, which I enjoyed. If you guys haven't checked Ned's content out, you really should. He does the business. And he does it well. He does it real. He does it legit. Yeah, every Sunday, yo. You know what? Let me do a little something here. Just bear with me here for a wee bit. I'm trying a little something. Trying a little something here. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, let's try this then. We'll do one of those. We'll do that. Then we'll get rid of that. And then we'll go over here. And then we'll do... What the fuck, weasel? Oops. Slash. Oops. All right. See if this works. Wha-bam. I think that'll work. Someone click on that. Because it didn't turn blue, but it is underlined, so maybe that worked. Oh, you're back to work this week, Brooke? That sucks. Finished God of War, though? Nice. Nice. God of War Ragnarok is next. Cool. Hey, no problem, man. You let me put mine in yours. I have to let you put yours in mine. Pause. No diddy. I mean, it's only fair, right? Work's been kind of chill, though? Well, that's good. That's good. Story's really good on God of War 18. Boss fights are tough, but entertaining. Yeah, I mean, for a video game like that, like a quest game, third-person quest game, I'm marginally better at those than I am FPSs. But if said quest game also involves me having to, like, know directions and go find shit. Like, if the quest game is like a, Lara Croft or a Tomb Raider or a Uncharted with, like, all the puzzles and all the climbing and all that shit, and, like, having to go leave one room to go to a completely different room to set something and make your way back to that other room without a map. Aaron can't do that shit. So I don't play a lot of those games. Because I am one of those poor bastards with zero natural sense of direction. You know how, like, most people are like, yeah, drop me in the woods, I'll be totally fine, I'll be out of there. You drop me in the woods, I'm fucked. With no compass. All right, find your way out. You'll be looking for the corpse in about a week, motherfucker. Final boss fight in God of War was tough as fuck. Like, real tough. I would imagine. Although, not all final bosses are created equal. Some are definitely easier than others. What did I do? Did I do that? I'll be right back. Yeah, see, you can see it really well. All right. I just left something in the other room real quick. For first-person shooters, I just stick to campaign. Mostly I tried playing like X-Defiant or whatever the hell that other one is that you just typed, and that wasn't that great. I don't know what CSGO is. I'm ignorant. I am ignorant. Isn't X-Defiant what Justin's been playing newer off and on? Isn't that it? X-Defiant? Oh, complete side note. I have a cool X-Men 97 shirt I'm going to be debuting this Saturday. I can't wait. It's going to be dope. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Oh. Best I can do is say I've heard the name. Okay, that is the same game. All right. I wasn't 100% sure about that title. Yeah, I would suck just as bad on X-Defiant as I would any other FPS. But in terms of watching it be played, I actually kind of like watching that one better than I do Apex, honestly. It's less busy. And it may be just the way I'm wired, but I appreciate the fact that X-Defiant is a little bit less busy when things are going on. It's just a me thing. Because in case, you know, some of you have been around long enough, but, you know, if you hadn't noticed before, I'm a bit weird. I'm a little off. Hey, Prez. Yeah, we're going to be going, but we're just chilling for a few, getting caught up. How you doing, man? How's your week been? It's good to see you. How's the fam? Dub, welcome. Appreciate you guys coming in. Yes, I am a weirdo. Prez knows. And I appreciate the fact that you just come right out and be like, yep, you're a goddamn weirdo, bro. But you obviously appreciate weirdo or you would not be here. What's up, Brady? Thanks for coming by. That's what I'm talking about, bro. People ready up in here, get in the mix. Josh's member stream ended. I told people to come here. Bro, thank you. That is so awesome of you, Dub. We all are. It's okay. I mean, also true. I've never seen anyone call Ned Starkster before. It's a little adorable, honestly. So how prepared are you guys? Has there been some shots? Some cannabising? What how prepared are you guys, if at all? because I am prepared. The gummies should be kicking in about 15 to 20 minutes. Maximus! You know what? I gotta go in here and do this shit. Come on. Come on. Oh, I guess I gotta do that. What? I don't care about fucking... Oh, now you're just gonna annoy me. Hurry up and load it, you motherfucker. Fucking... there we go. Come on. Oh, well, here. First, we need some of those for Ned, so throw that in the chat. It's Ned's birthday, or at least his birthday week or month or something, but regardless, we're celebrating it. And then Maximus. Oops, wait. Damn fucker. What are you doing? Stop that. Get out of here. Clicky on the wrong one. Okay. And that's for the Maximus, since I haven't seen him in a minute. Yeah. Birthday cake in the chat for Ned, guys. Come on. Chop, chop. All right, now how do I get rid of this motherfucker? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Participation. I love it. Thank you, Brady. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, even a heart. Good on you, Maximus. Brooke, yeah. Actually, you know what? Guys, excuse me for just one more second. Celebrate each other. I'll be right back. Okay, I forgot I wasn't in uniform. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to get into this? Okay. Here we fucking go. Yes, yes, Ned, that is the perfect place to begin. Ooh, that could get interesting, because some of X-Wing's takes start edging into the land of the shit I hate. But he is nowhere near as bad as others whom I'm not scared to name, like Melvin, Nerdrotic, and Geeks and Gamers. There's some shit he's thrown into Josh's chat that had me a little... But, you know, if he can stay away from that shit and just have a reasoned discussion about, like, you know, the shit that matters, like actual writing and production and lore and shit like that, I'm down. But I will not be afraid to speak up if he starts in with that, like, you know, hate bait bullshit. I will have no problem with it, and I will never apologize for it. So let's just get that right out in the open. But that shit aside, I'm totally down to stream with anybody that I know doesn't do that for a living. or is prepared to, like, get their ass handed to them. Bro, do your family, Prez. Just handle the biz, man. Get the kids in bed. Read to them. I don't know how old they are. I can't remember. You probably told me. I'm sorry. But, do the reading if that's what you got to do. Butterfly kisses, all that good shit. Handle your kid biz, bro. Trust me. You know how long-winded I am. I'll still be going. Keeping it 100. I know I'm long-winded, so we'll still be going. Yeah. I mean, I've maintained to you guys that I am a credit where credit is due person. And I am. What up, Jared? And I will say this. Occasionally, even Melvin is genuinely entertaining and funny. Like, his videos going after the one dude with Sparrow, those were fucking hilarious. Like, you still redo them? Nice. But yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due. Some of his shit, when he keeps his bullshit to a minimum, is actually legitimately entertaining. However, those are rare, far between, and he spends way too much time getting into that bullshit. So, but I will give him credit for being occasionally genuinely entertaining and funny. Because, see, that's, in case, anyone, I know you guys know. Oh, thanks, Dub. I appreciate that. And I know Justin would too, or will when he gets here. If he wants to even get here for this one. if he wants to be like Josh and be like, yeah, I'm good, and I will totally understand. But hopefully he comes in. It's my guy. What the fuck was I talking about? God damn it. And no, the gummies haven't kicked in yet. That's just my normal brain. I just got to get some paperwork back to my psychologist, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up with an actual ADHD diagnosis. So, I mean, how many times have you seen me? How many times have you guys seen me go squirrel, 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 squirrel? Like a lot. So you understand, and kind of like that fucking drive. Can't decide what the fuck it wants to do. Sometimes my brain decides it wants to not remember what it was just talking about. Oh, his gaming streams are always entertaining. You are absolutely right. Hey, Mur, you see it? I made sure it was prominent. Minus the cord. Just noticed that, sorry. Oh, look, now it blends in with the black line on your painting. Jared says, me, who hasn't watched any Acolyte yet. Oh, well, obviously you don't care about spoilers. So, Dub, Nerdrotic is fun when you know you really want to hate something and know the hate is plausible, but know what you're getting into. It's the same with right and left political commentary. Oh, it definitely is. Like, don't get me wrong, the toxic positives piss me off just as much as Melvin and those other asswipes do, too. Just for different reasons. It's because they're hating on everybody instead of just the aforementioned group. They will not tolerate any criticism. And any criticism all gets swept under with those assholes. Even though they represent, 5% of the actual fandom? Maybe. Oh, I love it, Mur. Heather loves hers, too. Wait. You already texted her, right? You told me that? Yeah. Yeah, she already texted you. I knew that. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like, the extreme ends, an extreme end of any ideology based on anything. Once you go extreme with it, you're done fucked. Like you're out of control. You're off the chain. It's crazy the way things go with extreme people. But unfortunately, they're also fucking loud. And despite those like all of us who just want our cool shit and like, you know, anything else be damned. If we're not being called shills, we're being called racists. It's kind of annoying. That world is just too easy to fall prey to if you aren't self-aware enough to take it at face value. That is absolutely correct, Dub. And the entire internet is now based off triggering people. Literally everything is clickbait now. I mean, if I'm honest, I tried to find the most provocative title I could with my limited imagination, both for the or, you know, thumbnail I could. Like, I mean, I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to get clicks. You know, I have my limits, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be a little clickbaity myself. I can't I can't deny that. That's how this shit works. But if it can be said that anyone can be genuine with their clickbait, I feel like I am. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm not just going to throw any old shit out there. I'm going to throw shit out there that's, like, actually relevant and will be talked about. Except for that one time I fucking forgot to talk about Captain America on that Saturday stream a while back. Soon I got offline and I'm like, fuck! What? Anyone remember that one? What did we spend so much time on? I have no idea if the Mavs are beating the Celtics, Jared. No idea. I mean, I could check real quick, but... God damn it. See, now you got me going. I really do need to start that second channel I've been thinking about. Wherein I will be discussing that kind of shit. Not just, you know, just general ideological, philosophical, spiritual stuff. You know, I mean, I'll talk about it here as it relates to our nerdy shit, but like, you know, obviously I want to talk about nerdy shit and not go too far down that rabbit hole. That other channel I'm thinking about starting is all about going down that rabbit hole. But that one would be more about videos than lives. I'd probably do a live. I don't know. I don't know if I could handle a live, more than one live a month with that subject matter, because there's going to be no way those lives are not going to be intense in some fashion or another. Like, just that subject matter requires that almost. So one a month will be enough intensity in that manner for me, at least to begin with. Cedum says, and the line between fact and fiction are blurred now more than ever. I've been around since the internet started. Me too. I learned HTML from building an Angel Fire webpage. I wish I'd learned HTML years ago. But yeah, I do remember when the internet started. All right, Dad, bonding time. Get it, guys. So Prez has a 6 and 3-year-old boys and a 7-month-old baby girl. Aw. And Dub has A 2, 4, and 6-year-old, all girls, and a 13-year-old stepson. Respect, gentlemen. Oh, babe, I forgot to tell you. On Josh's stream earlier, he's talked about multiple times how he and Elisa want 5 kids. But, like, he's now shot 2 boys in a row. And so, like, him and Elisa were talking, I guess, the other day. And I guess if he somehow manages to shoot 4 or 5 Ys in a row, they're going to go for number 6 for being a girl. Because they both want a daughter that badly. Yeah. So Josh is going to have to start learning some special stretches and standing on his head or something. Get an X chromosome, shake an X chromosome out of there. Yeah, you can clip that and send it to him. I don't give a fuck. First modem was a 33.6 kilobyte per second. One topless JPEG would take 15 minutes to download. Yeah. Yeah. Phone line internet, baby. You wanted a son that badly? Hence 3 girls, right? Damn, if only you and Josh could switch sperm. Because you seem to be able to, you seem to be, you seem to have a lot of X's in there, and he seems to have a lot of Y's in his. So, a little bit of switch ups, you both could end up with what you want. If that were actually medically possible. I don't think it is. There's like a lot of rejection factors and shit. I'm sure they'll figure that out someday, though. But all right, that just went badly. I'm sorry. I lost the train of the joke, and it just died horribly. My bad. Oh yeah, no, I get it. I do get that one. So, yeah, because I've only been around. I don't have any children from, Little Chillin' hasn't created anything, at least that I'm aware of. So, C-Dub says, got snipped. By the way, fellas, get snipped. It's easy, cheap, and doesn't change anything. Started living with you when he was 5. Oh, so yeah, you've raised him. That's definitely your kid. You have done the raising. You are definitely dad there, Dub. Good on you, brother. Okay. I'm with Prez. Let's ignore my damn disk drive and get down to business. Fucking shit. So, let's start where these discussions normally start. Give me a number or at least your overall impression of last night's episode. Don't worry, we will get into specifics. Trust me. But for now, I just want a number or like just a quick impression. Dub says you can also have it reversed or freeze your sperm. It takes 20 minutes. I drove myself to the clinic and drove myself home afterwards. Did you have ice on your junk when you were driving home at least? Because I've heard a lot about frozen peas. Or frozen vegetables in general. Ben and Jerry's if you're freaky. Brooke says probably 4 or 5. Easily the worst episode of Acolyte so far. All right. Oh, you did have the ice pack on your nuts? All right. It's good thinking. Especially if you weren't in there. Well, I mean, you said the procedure took 20 minutes. So you're probably still in the building for at least like an hour or so. So yeah, the ice pack wouldn't have too long to get, lose too much of its chill. Nice. It's really not a big deal. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, it was definitely not a strong episode. I rewatched it today, and I am definitely dropping my initial score, or lowering, I should say, my initial score from last night. Admittedly, last night I was mostly just glued in to whether or not, like, the rumors were going to be like come out like the worst version of them, and like they shit all over canon and blah 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 blah. So I wasn't really paying too much attention to much else. Snip snap, snip snap, snip snap, says Jared. So I definitely needed the rewatch today to like watch basically everything else all over again. And after that, I realized all the other silly shit that was happening. So I said, yeah, we got to lower that to a 6, definitely. Maybe even a 5. I don't know. I'm going to stick with the 6. But yeah, it was definitely flawed. For sure. Lot of silliness. A lot of vagueness. I mean, I understand it's supposed to be a mystery show, but like the vagueness that's being left is like too obvious, if you know what I mean. So it's like not like that makes it kind of a lame mystery instead of an intriguing mystery. So that was definitely a flaw. But again, let's start with the biggest thing first before we deal with the technical aspects. And this is really despite all the other back and forth bullshit from the extreme rights and extreme lefts. Whether or not this show broke canon is that's the biggest thing. That's what the real controversy is. It's not. The real controversy is not the sexuality of the witch tribe. At least not for regular people. To most of us, that's like, if for whatever reason not fully accepted, looked at as no more than an idiosyncrasy and not bothered by it whatsoever. But yeah, there was just a lot of witchy stuff that wasn't executed well. So yeah, that was a weak episode. Brooks says definitely some cringy scenes in this past episode. Yeah, there was some lameness. But as to canon breaking, I don't think it broke canon. There are definitely similarities to the Chosen One thing, but they did not do it the same way. And yeah, it's witchcraft more than like the actual Force. And that's even down to whether you, because there's a couple versions of this in the EU, Anakin's origin. One virgin, that would be Shmi. One version is that Palps finally found a way to do what Plagueis couldn't and manipulate the Force to create life in an attempt to create his perfect apprentice. That was like there's something that appeared, I think, in one of the comics. Don't quote me on that. I just heard about it. And then there's the other one, which is basically based off the prophecy which was referenced in the prequels about a virgins in the Force, in which case the Force itself created Anakin in order to, as the prophecy said, bring balance. So while the lack of a father is similar, there's nothing about these girls being like chosen for some galactic purpose, like bringing balance to the Force or how they view it, the thread. You know, there's none of that happening. Now, by doing the whole fatherless thing, are they treading on dangerous ground that they really should be avoiding at all costs? Yes. That's definitely an area they really don't need to be fucking with. But to this point, while fucking with it, they have not yet crossed the line. Or, as I put it when I was talking to Justin on his stream last night, they're in a minefield, but they haven't stepped on one yet. Still 5 episodes to go. They still can quite easily. But right now, they haven't. What do you guys think? Do you feel like they broke canon? That's the first thing. And while you guys are pondering that and then typing your responses in, I will get caught up with what you've already typed in. Read that one. Okay, Prez says, at the end of the day, sexy space witches making babies is cool until you put Star Wars on it. That's dead ass, bro. That's literally dead ass. Sexy space witches making babies, yes, it is cool. Without Star Wars on it. That might be the quote of the day right there. Or at least the stream. Prez also says they're trying to replicate the mythos of Star Wars with today's modern social agendas. Yes, and they're doing a very poor job of it. And Prez continues, and I wouldn't have a problem with that if it at least had compelling writing along with it. Yes. For example, X-Men 97. Its themes were pretty clear, and what they were for and what they were against were pretty clear. But they were communicated in probably one of the best stories we've seen out of anything Disney in literally years. And guess what happened? You barely heard a peep from the mag assholes about that show. That's what I call them now. Here, I'll even type it out for us so you can see it. Yeah, those fuckwads. Heard nary a peep out of them. Why? Because X-Men was so fucking good. I mean, Like I said, they were not shy about their themes. None of which I had a problem with, by the way. And, but they put them in an awesome story. And when you do that, there's nothing to bitch about. Because the story's so fucking good. C-Dub says, that's a great way to put it, Prez. Until you put Star Wars on it. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of Andor. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that didn't like the pacing and shit, but like as a science fiction TV show, I enjoyed that part of it. Like the story, while drawn out, was good. I fucking love Luthen Rail. Well, that the actor that plays him, I love, and he plays shit out of him. What's his nuts from Marvel? Dr. Selvig. Like, he kicks ass in that show. Like, the camera work's tight. You know, story-wise, it's good. Dialogue's actually decent. Like, overall, it's... Hey, Travis. Really like the show so far. Oh, you're about to have some fun. Where was I? Babe, help me. What was I just saying? Never mind. No, you're okay. What's up, T. Davidson? Welcome in. Well, again, train of thought gone. Derailed. Exploded even. Looking like Eastern Ohio. Oh, I know, Travis. I know. Although I figured the shit-eating grin on my face might have communicated the sarcasm. Travis. C-Dub says, I still stand by this show feels way more like Star Trek episode of the week than Star Wars. The costumes, hair, beard, and makeup are bad. The witches looked cool for a minute, then the CW vibe overtakes. I mean, that's valid criticism. That's criticism. That's the kind of criticism that, like, overall should be, like, how we engage with each other. Like, you know, names were not thrown around. Ideologies were not thrown around. Just talking about the show. That's how it's supposed to fucking be. Travis, how's it going? Really like the show so far. Do you do cheers? Yep. Oh, I know, Travis. Press says, squirrel! Exactly. And half the time it's y'all's fault. Oh, shit, I missed Brooks. Not quite canon breaking, but I really didn't like how it sort of spat on Anakin's story somewhat. I mean, that's fair. I really don't consider it spitting on Anakin's story, but I understand why people would. I just disagree. Travis says, the ending shots of these episodes and transition to the credits are so abrupt and unnatural. It looks sloppy every time. I definitely agree with that. That shit is jarring as fuck. C-Dub, Star Trek. The crew of the Enterprise must investigate a rumor of an exiled coven of witches who are manipulating children. When the investigation becomes deadly, the crew faces internal conflict. Fucking hey, Dub. That was actually really good. Well done, sir. That's pretty fucking good. I like that. You know, however this show ends, let me just get this out here. However this show ends, I cannot fucking wait. Oh, I cannot wait for that. Oh, God damn it. No, the pitch meeting. I cannot wait when the show's over for the Acolyte pitch meeting to come out, because that shit is going to be fucking hilarious. Speaking of which, I haven't checked out that channel in a minute. Have they done anything really fun lately? Because when he's on, the homie's hilarious. Travis says, probably won't happen, but I wonder if Indara could be the masked Darkseid user who faked her death to draw attention from herself. Let's go. I'm going to say not outside the realm of possibility, but it would take a lot of reaching, and the odds are very low. We will get into the theories later, though. C-Dub says, while the galaxy waits in the balance, tune in next week to find out what happens. Oh, you finished it. When the investigation... Okay, I'll read the last sentence all together. Proper impact for you. Here we go. When the investigation becomes deadly, the crew faces internal conflict while the galaxy waits in the balance. Tune in next week to find out what happens. There we go. Cool theory, not gonna lie, like how Indira was killed off so early. Yeah, they Press says, I need a blinker. Yeah, I don't know if you were here when I mentioned how prepared I am, but the gummy should be kicking in any minute now. See, Dub says, did I just do the pitch meeting? Hey, Ryan, hire me. I mean, kinda. Except you actually, I think, made it sound a little better than it actually is. It's a good start, though. Excuse me. Prez says that would be really cool, but far off from the writing capabilities we've seen so far. Yeah, there's that. Call this the Acolyte 97, see if people like it more. I'm pretty sure that would only make things worse. Especially considering the awesomeness that was X-Men 97. So, like, even I would go so far as to call that tarnishing X-Men 97. And you guys know I'm more tolerant than others most of the time. But yeah, no, do not tarnish X-Men 97 by even remotely associating this show with that magnificence. Ryan just had his first baby. He has been backlogging pitch meetings, but he will definitely do an Acolyte pitch meeting. Awesome. Well, congratulations to him, first of all. First baby. That's pretty awesome. But, let's see. All right, where were we? Yeah, I don't really think it's Indara. Honestly, if they somehow finagle that, it would kind of be lame. But reveal Indara started the fire, that would be insane. Well, see, that's one of the big questions. We know May started a fire, but there's no way that lantern fire could have become the gigantic conflagration it became without some help. There's just no fucking way that fire did not have help. Especially when it came to the reactor. And I don't know who recall this. This is something I caught actually on the rewatch on my phone rather than on my big TV with the good sound and the good screen. Fucking weird. Anyway, I did not catch this till the rewatch. But after their, during one of their meetings, think it was the one. Was it the one after the girls came in from outside? Anyway, but there came a sound, and then the chick with the horns, who is not a fucking Zabrak, by the way. She has pointy ears. Zabraks don't have pointy ears. So let's just get that settled right fucking now. I'm dying on that hill. Zabraks do not have ears like fucking Spock. Okay? But yeah, that fire definitely had fucking help. Obviously, they want that to be part of the mystery because they didn't show us shit. Press says, watch this new Sith Lord just be another smoke monster. Why would you put that in the universe, dude? If that's actually what they fucking do, I will lose my motherfucking mind. That would be stupid to the point of insanity. If this new Sith Lord is another magical fart. That would be one of the biggest dumbass story decisions ever, period. Not just in fucking Star Wars, but ever. Period. That would be horrible. C-Dub says, look, I didn't offend hardcore Star Wars fans by comparing a Star Wars show to Star Trek. That's where we are with Disney Star Wars. Didn't offend hardcore Star Wars fans by comparing Star Wars show to Star. Oh. Yeah. That's true. Normally, Star Wars fans are very loath to make that comparison, but yeah, you're right. What's up, Griff? Oh, yeah. If he is, quote-unquote, nothing, holy hell, man, Ned says. And yes, I will. Oh, my God. It would not go well. I would be extremely vexed if they do something like that. Holy fuck. That would be so dumb. Let us go to the acting in this show episode. Josh brought up that he did not like the twins acting. At all. For me, I wouldn't go so far as to say it was horrible. But I have definitely seen better child acting. Even in Disney Star Wars, young Leia comes to mind. That girl killed it. She was dope. And then she even dissed the show for like the under the overcoat scene. So yeah. I mean, I don't think they were crap, but they were definitely not top tier. Not impressive. Press says they get a pass doing it once with Marak, no more. Yeah. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that kind of ridiculousness. You get one. You get out of jail free card, and that's it. You pull that shit again. Fuck y'all. C-Dub says, yes, my goal is to make Chillin laugh. Objective complete. This guy never laughs. Love you, Chillin. I do laugh. Occasionally, every once in a great while. And thank you, Dub. Love you too, man. That is very kind of you. I appreciate you. And it says, very meh. I feel like they laughed every scene. Young Leia is the best thing about Kenobi. She's up there. I don't know. Maybe it's because of, like, my own personal infatuation with, like, dark things, dark ideas, dark themes. Vader's walk through town is right there, too, for the best thing about that show, for me. Because that was just full-on, full-blown dark side, I don't give a fuck Darth Vader. And I loved every second of it. So, like, that's the best Vader I've seen since the OT. That scene. For me. I mean, they did him pretty well in Rebels. But yeah, that walk through the town, that was fucking epic. Ned says it was cool, just so small scaled. Kenobi, the Kenobi show in general, yes. Prez says Vader was 100% the best part of Kenobi and the only rewatch value that show has. Jared says, yeah, young did a very good job. Have any of you guys watched the Kai Patterson cut of Kenobi, where Kai basically takes Kenobi and turns it into the 2.5-hour movie it should have been, with the script, the OG script that the homie wrote, that they basically shredded and turned into a 6-episode show? Y'all ever seen the Patterson cut? Obviously, there's only so much one can do with what exists there, but I would have to say the Kai Patterson cut makes that project as good as it could possibly be, given what he had to work with, I think. Press says, yes, it's downloaded to my phone. Hell yeah. Ned says, yeah, much better, but still not great, but that's not his fault. Yeah, I mean, you can only polish the turd so much, and he used silk to do it. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the best version available is his. Well, I thank you, Ned. So, yeah. Their acting wasn't great. The not Zabrak woman was not that great. Mother Anastasia. Yes. The yes lady. She actually did pretty well, I thought. I don't know if I would think she did that good a job if I hadn't seen her interview and realized how unlike her actual self that character is. So, you know, I kind of got to give her credit and say, yes. She actually did a pretty decent job. Of course, Soul rocked. He's been the shining light of this entire show so far. Brooke says, I'm happy I went into this episode with low expectations. That's totally fair, bro. That is 100% fair. Well, and Carrie-Anne Moss is Carrie-Anne Moss. She's untouchable, so shut the fuck up. And, like, The homie that's playing Kelnaka, I guess I would have to say he moved well. He made the Wookiee look like a Wookiee should. Like in terms of movement and, walking and, certain head movements that we're used to seeing Wookiees do when they do certain things. And so, yeah, he did a good job. But yeah, like, there was a fair chunk of that show obviously dedicated to the girls, and not only the girls, but a couple other people didn't do that good of a job. So, Junus, same dude from the sequels. What the fuck are you talking about, Ned? I've lost the context of that chat. It's gone. Brooke says, I do like the actor behind Soul. He's my favorite actor of the series so far. Yeah, it's Lee Jung-jae. I'm sure about the Lee Jung. I'm just not sure how the last syllable is pronounced. Can anyone help me with that, please? Purdy, please. Damn, I am so stiff. I don't know how. Prez says, I love Soul. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Trinity in episode 1. I'm not sure why. Junus Suotamo. Oh, okay. Same dude from the sequels. I'm still actually lost. Actor who played Chewie in the sequel. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, well, then he's already used to being a Wookiee. Well, that's good. Pronounced J, Lee Jung-jae. Okay. Now I'm caught up, Ned. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, he's already got Wookiee experience. Good. Well, he hasn't lost any since he was Chewbacca in 2018. So that's good. So yeah, he did a good job. Soul always does a good job. Space Trinity was Space Trinity. The kid who played young Torben, he was a little stiff. The horned chick was just over the top. And the little girls just weren't that good. So yeah, definitely mid-acting when you average it all together for the entire episode. Oh, yes. Let's talk about that ceremony. The Ascension ceremony. There's a few things about this ceremony. And one of them's going to tie into how this isn't canon breaking, but we'll get there. King Tommen from Game of Thrones. Peter H. couldn't do the role anymore due to health reasons, so Junus stepped up for the sequels. Well, yeah. I mean, he did a good job as Chewie in the sequels, so, give him credit for being one of the redeeming qualities of those movies. Thank you, Junus. I appreciate you for that. But, yeah. So, the Ascension ceremony. Let's begin with that chant. Shall we? Shall we begin with the chant? Let's see here. Chant was kind of lame. The movement was lame. It was poorly choreographed. I got the idea of what they were trying to convey. Like, I was able to deduce it or discern it. I should be gesturing with this hand so I don't cover my fucking face. You never stop learning. Right, so yeah. The chant itself was lame, like the language is lame, the hand movements and the overall choreography was out of sync. I know what they were trying to get at. I've watched enough So You Think You Can Dance to be able to discern that. Yeah, that's right. I fucking loved that show. I missed that show. The show was great. Anyway, so yeah, that the chant sequence was kind of whack, in my opinion. But again, your overall thoughts on that before we get into the specifics. What'd you think of the chant? The problem is this is my dominant hand. This is my offhand. So half the time I don't even fucking know what to do with it. I need a new place for my camera. I've needed a new place for my camera. I want a different angle. I want to be a little higher up. Like come down just a little bit. I think that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Maybe a better question is like, I don't know if it would any of you actually say you liked the chant? Or are we really going from a range of tolerable to cringe? I could sit on a phone book. Yeah. C-Dub says, I'm still proud of getting chillin' to LOL on camera. You guys try and break this guy. Freaking Acolyte is good for some things. I should do. Do you want? So do. Yeah, well, I got to figure out what works within, like, the length of the camera cord. That's, like, really one of the biggest problems is my camera. This thing I am pointing at, the camera has a short cord. Not me. The camera. Ned says the chant was the worst. Yeah, it was not great. It was lame. It was lame. Like you would, I mean, I'm obviously no dance expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I've watched enough dancing contest shows. Oh, what was that hip hop one on MTV? The one that gave us the Jabberwockies. That show was fucking dope. Anyway, so I've listened to enough dance experts to like at least have a good idea of how choreography should look. And what I saw there looked nothing like what I've heard about. So, there's that. Brent is here. I have not yet finished Acolyte Season 1, Ep 3 because I had to go to church. Cool. But from what I've seen so far, I love it. Reminds me of the matriarchal Night Sister Witches of Dathomir or Peridia. All right. How far into it have you gotten? Because I'm going to be, just so you know, I'm going to be talking about the whole thing. So if you do not want the ending spoiled, you may want to dip out, go finish it, and then come back. Because I guarantee we will still be here. So, yeah. Like, for real talk. Go finish it real quick, and then come back. Like, for reals. Just do that. Trust me. We will still be here. We aren't going anywhere for a hot minute. Like, there's much to discuss. Ned says, I thought I downloaded a clip for my live, and I must have forgot it. Well, that sucks balls. I still got to figure out how to work clips in, like, honestly. Like, I've got ideas for, clips I would use and how I would intersperse them throughout the stream, but Yeah, I just never fucking get around to it. Brent sold. I don't mind being spoiled. Okay. Tuesday night church. Yeah, Dub. I also grew up going to Wednesday night church. Although I've seen Tuesday night Bible study. Okay. See, I've been to some churches that did that on like Wednesday was like, you know, the big community one, and then Thursday was generally the smaller Bible study night rather than Tuesday, but yeah, a smaller Bible study somewhere around the Wednesday church night is definitely a thing. Or at least it was when I was growing up. It evidently still is. Oh, yeah, today is Wednesday. Shut up, Brent. I knew it was Wednesday. But yeah, Tuesday or Thursday night Bible study is also definitely a thing. Or at least it was. Monday night visitation. Okay. This is the shit for my okay, I got to make that other channel. I've got a lot of shit to say about shit that doesn't have anything to do with nerdy stuff, and evidently people like to talk about religion. Which isn't a problem, as long as everyone stays respectful. However, Tuesday night Bible study, Wednesday night church, Thursday choir practice. Ah. Wednesday night prayer and testimony meeting. Okay, yeah. Press says squirrel. Yep, definitely. C-Dub Sunday morning, Sunday night. Oh, yeah. I went to a church for a while that had 2 morning services and evening service. 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and the evening 6 p.m. service. And I was expected at all 3. That was a hoot. Fundamental Baptist raised. Ah. Yeah, my dad's dad was pretty fundamental Baptist. My dad wasn't quite that How do I want to put this? My dad was a little less intense than a fundamental Baptist. Your average fundamental Baptist tends to be. So we ended up being non-denominational. Like, no allegiance. We weren't specifically Baptist or specifically Lutheran or Methodist or Catholic. Well, definitely not Catholic because we're Protestant. Everything of this so far is Protestant. But yeah, we were non-denominational. But we definitely, due to the fact of my dad's upbringing and the fact that he was pastor of the church I grew up in for like my earlier part of my life, even though it was non-denominational, it was basically Baptist, but just a less intense version of being Baptist than a fundamental Baptist. RLDS. Oh, Latter-day Saints. Okay. Thou art a Mormon. That's cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. You mentioned the Book of Mormon last week, or Saturday, or was it last Wednesday? The last time you were here, I remember, you mentioned the Book of Mormon. Steve says, don't hate it all, just a lot to deal with as a kid. I'm happy with how I was raised, just really intense and a bit judgmental. KJV only. Oh, sweet Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I definitely grew up KJV. Yeah, non-denominational is basically Baptist Light. It's definitely definitely different from Assemblies of God. Your God damn it. I can't remember shit anymore. All right, who are the ones with like the speaking in tongues and that stuff? I cannot remember the name for the life of me. It's also aggravating the shit out of me. Pentecostals. Ha ha. Yeah, Pentecostals. I actually went to a Pentecostal church for a minute. They I mean, there was the tongue speaking, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like a crazy amount. No one did any aisle dancing or any of that shit. It was a tame version of Pentecostal. But yeah. Did anyone notice during the episode and how the two planets in the sky were slowly moving into conjunction? I need to be over here. Anyone else notice that? Those two planets were moving into conjunction. And said conjunction occurred exactly at the time of the Ascension ceremony when Mother Anasea was doing her stuff to her daughters. Assembly of God is Pentecostal light. Yep. But yeah, did anyone notice that? How that was almost required for them to do their spell? Anybody notice that, shizzle? I'm asking because if that planetary conjunction was a requirement for their spell casting, that is actually another point in favor of this not fucking with Anakin's thing and breaking canon. That makes it pure witchy shit. Not to mention the other stuff where, like, they've never been referred to as being chosen. Like, I don't think they were... So far, it doesn't appear that they were created for any other reason than to keep the coven from dying out. Like, that's the only reason that has been talked about to this point. And obviously May was a true believer, and Osha was like, fuck this shit. But, yet. True, 5 episodes left. But, so far, I mean, based on the rumors, this was supposed to be a humongous canon-breaking, force-shitting-on type of event, and like Josh said, it wasn't any of that at all. It was unremarkable. And that's dead ass. That was the problem with the ceremony. It wasn't canon breaking at all. It was just unimpressive. I'm not even reading that out loud. Oh, you did see the planetary alignment? Cool. What do you think of my assessment of it? Do you agree? Or do you disagree? And of course, I want to know anybody else's thoughts on said planetary alignment and its requirement in the spell, and therefore another reason it's not canon breaking. Haha. Now, mind you, just because it didn't break canon doesn't mean I think it was a good episode. Because it wasn't. I'm just highly fucking relieved they haven't broken canon yet. But yeah, they're whatever they did to create the twins, one, there's zero evidence for them being any kind of chosen one or two beyond the fact that it looks like they're actually necessary to keep that coven from going extinct. And two, if they require planetary alignment for the ascension, that's pure spell shit. Which means that could only also be pure spell shit used to create the twins. Yet, as Press says, but a case could be made. I mean, there are enough similarities to where there's enough similarities to how Anakin came about that I understand why people get twitchy about it. But to, like, go off in a rage and just be like, there was no father, it's canon breaking, without actually looking at the details is lame. Also. Like, the case for it being canon breaking is, how would they say it in Law and Order? Anyone ever watched it? I loved that show back in the day. I need to get it all in physical copy so I can just fucking go at it. Anyway, yeah, that would be a highly circumstantial case for it to be canon breaking. Actually, either case would be circumstantial, but it not being canon breaking has more circumstantial evidence than not, at least for me. Brooke says, I'm relieved it didn't break canon, though the planetary alignment did kind of align with the stuff about Tython. Can you send me a link in Discord for a reference to what you're talking about? I would love to know exactly what you're talking about. Because the more information I have, the better an evaluation of this shit I can make. C-Dub says, will Plagueis or Sidious be a part of this show before it's over? No. No. I don't, well, Sidious at best is a child at this point, if he's even been born. It would behoove them to tie this to Plagueis or Tenebris in some fashion. But, I highly doubt it. Unfortunately. I would fucking love it. And it would make the most sense to, it would make the most sense to tie it into Plagueis. Like, that would be the level of awesome that the fandom is looking for. You know, finally an acknowledgement not only of the EU, but of, like, the character about whom one of the best EU legends, whatever you want to call it, books in general has been written. That Darth Plagueis novel is fucking magnificent. But yeah, I doubt it. Unfortunately, I don't think Leslie's that smart. I mean, I never really thought she would be in the first place, but like, and that's only being reinforced by what I've seen through 3 episodes. Brent says, we don't consider ourselves, depending on whom you ask, Utah Mormons, but what's the R? I know Latter-day Saints. I know LDS is Latter-day Saints, but what's the R? Because Utah Mormons have polygamous beliefs in their book, and our LDS don't believe in polygamy, nor are we Community of Christ. Okay. Brooke says, I meant to say it as parallels with it not aligning with, or parallels with it not aligning. Oh, that's all right. But yes, I still want to read the article. Dub didn't know that. Baptist has similar issues with fundamental versus Southern. Oh, Baptist fucking... Baptists are the Star Wars fans of Christians. Like, honestly. Polygamy means to be married to more than one wife at the same... Yes. How offensive, Brent, did you find the show Big Love? Just out of curiosity. If at all. What about Tenebris? That would also make sense, and that would also be awesome, so probably not. Like, what would make the most sense, at least for me, honestly, is for that whoever the fuck that is in the mask, and we'll talk about those theories, be assured. The most awesome way they could handle that is for that person to be one of Tenebris' side pieces. Because as we know from the novel, he had side pieces because they came after Plagueis dropped that cave on Tenebris. So if the masked person that we've seen and heard ends up being a side piece of Tenebris, that would be probably the best outcome possible. Because there's no way it would actually be Tenebris himself. Nor Plagueis. Plagueis didn't roll like that. His front-facing persona, Hugo Damask, was a banker. A businessman. So that's not the kind of shit he would roll around in, unless he had to. But, yeah. I mean, it would, again, it would be sick. I would love it if they do that, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening. KJV, yeah, many wives. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, multiple wives weren't being a bad thing, didn't really happen until the New Testament. Of course, technically, you know, they were growing a nation, so sometimes you got to do it the way Ki-Adi-Mundi does and have like 5 or 6 wives and service them periodically so your species doesn't go extinct. He's the only Jedi that gets to use both of his sabers. But you know Plagueis' big-ass head isn't in that smiley helmet. No, we know it shouldn't be. Do we recall how they made the Grand Inquisitor look? You could cram that motherfucker in that helmet. He was supposed to be immune. Singular, immune, not immune. Do like Dooku and Ventress, yes. Yeah, like Dooku and Ventress, or actually, it'd be more like if Sidious had Maul and Dooku at the same time. Dooku would actually be Maul would, well, chronologically, Dooku would be the side piece, but yeah. Ours Reformed Latter-day Saints? Okay, I've heard that before. But yeah, quite similar to Dooku and Ventress. If it's not Ned says, if it's not Plagueis or Tenebris, it's another huge miss. Oh, for sure. There is no arguing that. No arguing that whatsoever. Brooke says, the article I sent from Screen Rant in the Star Wars channel on my Discord. Thank you. Disney Story Group has surprised us before, Brent says. Yeah, but that was at Marvel. With X-Men 97. That was... I mean, I figured it was going to be good. I didn't know it was going to be that insanely good. So that's the last real surprise that Disney has offered me anywhere. Brooke says, "Oh yeah, I forgot to say this episode showed the Jedi in a pretty bad light. I mean, it was definitely headed that direction. It's what's the phrase I'm looking for? It's creating that appearance that the Jedi were engaged in some shady shit, for sure. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Yeah. Yeah, damn right, both sabers. Yes, I know. Maul was more like a Sith assassin. Oh, yeah. But Maul was Sidious's... Maul to Sidious was Sidious's apprentice, but Maul, insofar as how Plagueis thought of Maul, Palpatine represented him as just his assassin. Kind of like what Dooku did with Ventress. What I'm talking about would be the Master's side piece, not the Apprentice's side piece. So, like, one of Tenebrous' side pieces, it'd be like if Plagueis had a side piece to Sidious. What I'm hoping is that Mass Sith is one of Tenebrous' side pieces that he had as a backup to Plagueis. It's Jover, Justified says. My guy is here. What up, man? How many beers did you have before you came up in this bitch? Excuse me. So, but yeah, overall that ceremony was lame as shit. Seven. Hell yeah, Dub. I mean, y'all know if I see something I think is disrespectful going on in chat, I will say a word. You lost me, Prez. What the foo-coo-ca-choo are you talking about? C-Dub says, I want Jay and Chillin back on the mic together. Well, I mean, the power of many. Yeah. Yeah, that ceremony was pretty goddamn lame. They're a very gestury bunch. And like I said, I understand what they're trying to do and how they're actually trying to differentiate what the witches do from what the Jedi do, but they're doing it badly. They did not do a very good job. Oh yeah, Dub, you're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. And on top of that, nowadays people are looking to misconstrue shit. Like they're looking to do that. Some people. It's crazy that everyone saw that and didn't say shit. Saw what? Which lame that are you referring to? There are more than one. Oopsie. Power of one, power of two, power of many. That was cringe, to be honest. Yeah, that was. again, like I see what they're trying to accomplish, but they failed. And it was lame. The chant was lame. The, I guess, dance, if you want to call it that, was lame. Yeah, it was just a bad scene. The thing Brooke put. Oh, the power 1, power 2, power of many thing? And what are you, C-Dub? All you said was I'm. I'm. Bennett. Oh, there we go. C-Dub says, I'm sarcastic sometimes, but I would never insult or devalue anyone's beliefs. I was raised better. Well, that awesome, dude. I'm mostly with that unless people's beliefs are based on hate, in which case I will devalue the shit out of them and insult the shit out of them. If you just want to have a nice little conversation about like how you interpret your faith and like, you know, whatnot, I'm golden with that shit. But yeah, there's a group out there that I completely devalue their belief system. And I am more than happy to insult them at every chance. Brent says, witches chant incantations all the time. I didn't think it was out of the ordinary. No, them doing an incantation is definitely not out of the ordinary witch behavior. I agree with that. Problem is it was a lame ass incantation and a lame ass ceremony. Oh, religious beliefs, right. Sorry, those fuckwads trigger me, man. They do. Like, I can't stand people who hate for hate's sake. Hey, Dub. How do you think you get to the root? You split the hair. That's how you get to the root of the shit, man. You gotta split the hairs. Get Justin on the mic. Yeah, I think I got a voice channel set up in my Discord. Let me fuck around here for a second. Let me fuck around for a second. Oh, God, it's got to update. I mostly do the Discord thingy on my phone. I almost never fuck with it on the computer, so y'all are going to have to bear with me. Here, let me turn the music up a bit. Actually, what the fuck is even playing right now? Yeah, dude, take a few minutes. I still got to make things work. Yeah, but splitting hairs can also miss the point. Only if you have a dull knife, sir. And this shit, even when I'm fried, is sharp as a motherfucker. I would love to hop on one day and ramble. Your first member stream will be lit one day, chillin'. Well, I mean, thank you. But, I mean, if you guys want to do a community stream, I'm down. Like, I don't pay for StreamYard, but I can have, like, I still think, like, 8 or 9 people on. I'd be more than happy to do a fucking community stream. I've done one. When there were way less of you. So... yeah. But yeah, If y'all want to do a community stream, I'm fucking down for that. Totally. I'll, yeah, just get it set up and I drop the link in Discord and, you know, we can, y'all hop on stage and I'll, you know, we'll get it going. Excuse me. Oh, I'm working on it. All right. First, I gotta find my own shit. Says I'm in there. Why am I not getting the thing? You're down, Prez? Dope. Chilla must have had some debate team in him at some point. No, I'm just really competitive. Like, honestly, I'm family doesn't like to play games with me because I don't care. If I'm playing a game, I'm playing to win. I may love you, but when we're playing, fuck you. You're just someone to fucking beat. So it's more that than an actual debate team kind of thing. Plus, like I said, I watched a lot of Law and Order. That show teaches actually a lot about nuance. A lot of lawyering is about technicality and hair splitting and nuance. So, while a lot of courtroom presentations probably weren't very accurate, like, courtrooms are generally a hell of a lot more mundane, and trials are a hell of a lot more mundane than what they show on TV. But, like, the actual back and forth thing and, you know, just change a word here and there and get a judge to agree with your interpretation and that kind of thing. Prez says, we are all winners! Well, in terms of A, being alive, B, being born in a first world country, and C, being able to hang out on the internet, yes, we are definitely winners. How do I... I don't care about that. Oh, there we go. But, yeah. Cool. Well, we'll see if this works when he gets back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hyper competitive. Yes, in terms of overall life circumstances, Prez, we are all winners. But when it comes to an actual contest, there's only one. It's like Highlander. There could be only one. Thanks, Brent. You're a good guy, too. As long as we show respect to each other, we're fucking good, man. And as long as you can put up with all my cussing. Ooh. All right, Shuffle found a slapper. C-Dub says, and also... Oops, here, let me turn this down if I'm going to be yapping. Oops, not that much. C-Dub says, and also not giving credit when credit is due. We weren't having a competition, but splitting hairs can sometimes blind a person from accepting a different point of view just for the sake of being right. That is true. That is true. Quite valid. Win and learns. Hell yeah. I'm down for that. Second place is just first learner. Sorry, I had to. I mean, I totally agree with you, but I also had to. Don't hate me. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Justin's doing whatever it is he got to do, and I have not reached the point where I really need to frickin' go pee-pee. What up, Matthew? Welcome in, Mr. Matthew Gaudet. Or is it Gaudet? I simply don't care. Disney Star Wars is not canon. They can only ruin Luke once and kill him once, right? That's all they should do, yes. But yeah. Dub's competitive as fuck, right? Oh shit, I just realized YouTube won't let me say the word murder. Yeah, YouTube's very YouTube's filters or whatever they use for stuff like that is the way it picks words is odd. I'll just put it that way. But not a sore winner or sore loser. Don't be either in life. Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, fucking around with your friends is one thing, but like, you know, yeah, going all up into like a big tournament where you don't know people and rolling like that, yeah, that's some bullshit. But yeah, if we're all friends hanging out and competing, I am totally going to shit all over you if I win. As I would expect you to do to me, because we're all friends. Chris says, I was trying to say that my dream job is still to be a high-profile detective. Ooh. How about you get even more freedom and become a high-profile in PI? I mean, being a high-profile police detective is cool. But being a high-profile PI is just as cool, and you make a fuck ton more. Matthew said, it's French-Canadian, my last name. You had it right. You can say it either way. Oh, cool. Well, are you actually from the French Canada, or are you from here? And just very aware of your heritage. Just out of curiosity. Because local law enforcement will do everything to destroy you, at least big cities. In big cities. I've thought about it a lot. Oh. Yeah, I didn't really consider that side of it, but yeah, that's valid. America, your grandpa's from Prince Edward Island. Your name came from Ireland. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, allegedly, on my dad's mom's side, somewhere up her lineage, I've got a very small percentage of French Canadian in me. I figure it all went to my tongue. If you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Oh, yeah, there's that about me, too. You'll learn. All right. Anyway, Justin's getting his stuff together, and it is definitely time for me to take care of a little bathroom business and give you guys a break from watching my drive open and close. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we will finish this Acolyte talk. All right. So pretty please don't leave. It's going to be fun when I get back. I promise. It'll be fun. Please don't leave. You get your ass back here, Prez. And it says, also, my oldest ancestor in America was Roger Williams, a known slave owner. I'm not proud of that. He was English, founded Rhode Island Providence, the First Baptist Church of Ipswich, and all that. Wow. I mean, outside of the slave ownership, that's actually kind of dope. Like, an OG colonist is, you know, that's a big deal. I mean, you know, setting aside the mistaken idea that owning humans is a good thing, but, you know, that's pretty fucking significant. Brent says, I read A Question in Baptist History by William Whitsitt. Very interesting little book concerning Roger Williams. I'm honestly, this is how simple I can be sometimes. I'm still trying to get past that last name. Witsit. Witsit. What's it all about? Sorry, it's just an odd fucking name. Ooh. All right, experiment time. You know what? I hit the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Do do do. All right. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What I need to do is, damn, that's a slapper too. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. Discord is not detecting any input from my mic. Fuck you. Yes, let's visit settings. Input device. That. Output device. That. All right. Can you hear me?
Yep. What's up, man?
I can hear you now too. Yay. We actually made. Shit.
The power of one.
There we go.
Two. The power of man.
Yeah, that was some lame ass shit. Do I like Subway the restaurant? Yes, I do.
Bro, whoever wrote that shit and still saw that, it was like, oh yeah, that's good. That's fine.
They're very full of themselves. Someone was very full of themselves to write that and like watch that back and not go. Maybe I should fix that just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just hubris.
Man, that is so terrible. Like I was already fishy about the whole ceremony type thing. But then when they did that, I was like, bro, no, I'm good. I'm good. That was trash. So, yeah, I'm trying to.
Well, bro.
I don't know what they want us to take from it. I'm sorry. I don't know who was like, yeah, this is a good idea to put in there.
Right. Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, let's go this. Because you were doing other shit. You came in a little late. So obviously, we were at the ceremony scene. Do you got anything you want to talk about that happened before that in the show, or do you just want to kind of keep going from here? I don't care. Your call. If you got some shit you want to say about shit earlier, feel free to get it out.
Dude, there's a lot. I'm sorry. Like, there's a lot.
Go for it, man.
I've had time to think about.
Go for it. This. Oh, turn his volume up. Okay. Oh shit, dumbass. Yes. Okay, say something, bro. Let me know if that's any better, guys.
Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. But yeah, man, it's another time, bro, of them just honestly setting up a character to fail. A lot of people in here are nerd vendors as well, dude. That was I'm not gonna say it was my opening stream today, but like, just the discourse around it. It's like, bro, they were trying to make this like more so controversial than even making a good show. And I think if they're really trying to be like, I don't want to hear any more about Disney inclusion, because they obviously do not give a shit enough to give us a good actual character. That's happened. They're not trying to give us a good actual character that happens to be black, or that happens to be Hispanic, or that happens to be gay, or that happens to be lesbian or whatever. They're not trying to do that. They made sure these characters are pretty watered down, pretty basic, and gonna be controversial. I don't understand what we're trying to do at this point anymore because it's blatant at this point. So, not even trying to give them cool stuff either. Like, I'm sorry, like, all right, go back to the power of one, the power of two, power of many. Like that is so bad. So yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I,
here
that
at
I
you.
that I that that's one of the things I've been bitching about. It's like, goddamn cats. Um, yeah, it's like claim you're trying to help these communities out, but yet when you bring them into your content, you do them dirty. You don't give them compelling characters. You don't give them compelling story arcs. You're just bringing them in to help, but when you don't surround them with quality, then you're doing them a disservice at that point. I don't. Disney cannot legitimately claim to care about these communities because they are not treating them with care and respect. They're
I'm
treating
not
them.
even.
They're treating
I'm not,
them as showpieces.
and that's the weird part, bro. Because I can't even say anymore Disney, right? Because over at Marvel, Disney's gotten out the way, and they're at least trying. Like Shang-Chi, lit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Shang-Chi is an amazing character. I'm gonna cut them some slack with Shuri Black Panther, but the Black Panther before with Chadwick Boseman, amazing.
Oh, fucking fire, bro.
They tried something new with Falcon. That's why he's mid as hell right now. But they like you can understand why. There's no excuse over for Lucasfilm anymore.
Nope.
Lucasfilm is just trying to be trash. They literally I was dude, there's this I don't know if you saw him in chat. John, there's dude John in the Dinner Nerds chat.
I've seen two Johns who spell their shit the same way. One has got member
Exactly, yeah.
green and one doesn't. Uh,
One
uh,
just got member today, I think. And
oh,
he's
was that John one of the lucky ones from Jareth's prize winning gift?
yes. Yes.
Okay, that's why his name started popping up in green. I my dumbass thought there was two of them. I saw a little bit of it.
Yes. Well, me and him have been going at it for like the past 2 days. I'm sorry. That his mentality is the same reason why Disney is going to keep pulling out shitty characters and just claim it's for inclusion. Because it is when you go over there and just let them, why are we hating them? Like, bro, I had to check him. I'm like, bro, they can't even say this anymore. They've given us Finn, who they shit over. They've given us Reva, who they shit over. They've given us who else? Shit. They've given us Osha and May, who are characters that no one's really gonna like because you're inserting them in a time and putting on slapping the chosen one prophecy around with them. You're not giving these characters a good chance. And even with Rey, like they're not even setting these characters up for even a chance of having a positive reception. So I don't know what we can really do anymore. I personally will probably watch one more episode of this, and then after that, I'm pretty much done. But yeah, man, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not great. I'm for like unless it gets. I mean, as lame as it is right now, I can still tolerate it. But even if they somehow manage to avoid breaking canon, like if it gets too much more lame, I might check the fuck out. Like honestly, like even I have my limit of just straight bullshit that I'll put up with.
Yeah, bro.
So like something needs to something needs to improve, and something needs to improve quickly.
Yeah.
Just in general. I mean, like, set aside all the potential, fandom issues with how you handle the twins and how they came to be and all that other shit. Set all that stuff to the side. Like, just in general, the show quality could make me stop watching.
Yeah.
If it gets like worse.
It's
Restaurant chef.
are you good?
Yeah. Oh, C Dub just got back. Realized we're both going. Yeah. Oh, he had to finish the game 3. So who
Yeah,
won?
Mavs are down 3 now, bro.
Oh, the Celtics won again.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Disney also mocked Metachlorians and now deemed that to be. Yeah. And here's the thing for me, if they're going to touch the prophecy, which it seems like they really are, the last ditch effort, and this is me actually trying to give them some type of credit. Like, this is how hard I'm trying with the show. I really want to know what their metachlorian count is because if it's anywhere in the ballpark of how much Anakin's is, I have an issue with that.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
when
that
I'm really gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
yeah, no, that would well, that's canon breaking cuz no one is ever supposed to be close to him. So yeah, that'd be fucked.
Exactly.
That'd be
Exactly.
fucked. And I guarantee we'll never know.
That's the thing.
I
They bet
guarantee
like
it
I'm
will
gonna
never
be
come up.
bro, I will be so mad if they never talk about it because he took the blood sample.
Mhm.
And so like everyone like I know you were kind of saying this, but like I'm sorry, man. It's clear they want the correlation because they're doing I mean, it's obviously not word for word, but it's damn near close to how Anakin was when he some of the lines Anakin uses when he's leaving his mom. Very damn similar.
Well,
And
I
they're
mean, it's a
it's not
child
for
leaving their mother.
but you know them. It's for a reason. Come on. We know it's for a reason. So if we're gonna keep doing that, there has to be some type of level of where we're just saying, yo, like, come on now. Y'all don't want the smoke, but y'all are definitely trying to get the smoke. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, like I said, they're dancing in a fucking minefield and they've just, so far, they're managing to miss one. But they are playing in very, very dangerous territory. And if they are not very, very careful, it's going to go even. It's going to somehow manage to go even worse for them than it currently is going if they like actually convince a lot more people than they currently have that this is canon breaking.
yeah, I mean, shit. That's my other thing, bro. It's not hard to say. Like, it's not a hard fetch to be like, yeah, this is canon breaking. Like, you can't, like, to me, I can't get mad at somebody for saying this is straight up canon breaking. I'm on the verge of saying that. So, like, dude,
It's
they're playing too close. They're playing too close, and it's very intentional this time. So,
oh yeah, no, I don't disagree that they're playing too close at all. As for this being canon breaking, that's a surface assessment. They're dancing. They're definitely dancing. But their tiptoeing has been just right so far. But they got 5 episodes to trip.
yeah, yeah. But like the other thing too is, Josh pointed it out today. He's like the. You say for Justin, I know you're in Texas. Hate myself for rooting for the Celtics. Oh, yeah. Look, C Dub. I'm not a huge Dallas Mavs fan, but I do want them to win. So like, We'll see what happens. We'll see. It's kind of Jover for them. I'm not gonna lie. Um,
Some might have to get the brooms out.
yeah, unfortunately. Um, I'm like, you've heard my stance. I'm pretty like I won't have any problems doing it either. I'm pretty much done watching Star Wars at least until Ahsoka season 2.
I don't blame you.
That's the only one that I'm okay with watching because Anakin, actual Hayden, will be in there.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, like, there's nothing tying me, especially to watch. I'm not watching Skeleton Crew. Like that was something I was not going to do in the beginning. There's a good chance I'm not finishing this show, and I don't care to watch anything else. I don't care to go watch Mandalorian and Grogu in theaters whenever that is.
I'm gonna go.
I probably won't. I'll wait for that to hit Disney Plus.
Right. I mean, when it comes to Skeleton Crew, I will probably watch the premiere. And if it's even remotely lame, I'll be like, yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. I'll watch reruns of The Boys. Speaking of which, that comes out like tomorrow at stupid 3 a.m. midnight. I don't know what the fuck Prime Video is doing stupid Disney ass time slots, but
well, here's the thing: they can get away with it because they actually have a base, and they're not always in shambles at this point. So
yeah, but it's still fucking lame. It's still a lame ass start time. If it was like if they were dropping fucking Hot D at 3 a.m., that would still be lame as shit.
yeah, true.
Even though that's probably going to be the best show on TV this year again. What up, Pod Racing Palpatine?
It's not Pod.
But yeah. So like, I'm gonna give that show a chance. I don't know if you're looking at a monitor right now, but it's a very, very small chance.
Wait, really? You won't go see that in theater? No, Prez, I won't see them in theaters. I do not care. That movie to me seems so cookie cutter. You're talking to the guy that didn't even finish Bad Batch. Like, I'm not watching the end of Bad Batch. I won't watch Bad Batch. So,
Yes.
unlike a lot of people, I will put my money where my mouth is. I will not watch these. I'll not sit here and act like I want to finish these. This is the same guy that watched only 6 episodes of Andor. What are some other oh, go ahead.
Yeah, say Pod Racing Palpatine said there were some bad episodes in Kenobi, but this Acolyte episode was bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Kenobi had some seriously shit episodes.
Like, they did, but they still had an element to where it's like we're still messing with the main characters of Star Wars that would keep you coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Matthew says, are they actually going to make the Rey movie? I mean, get a hint, Kennedy. Yes, and she never will. The Rey movie will get made, and Kathy will never, ever get a fucking hint.
Yeah, she's not getting fired, guys. She's not getting fired. She's at this point being enabled to do this. So,
in terms of being completely ignored by Bob, yeah. Yep, that's definitely enabling behavior. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen after Marvel finishes the comeback.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see, because once Marvel's good, the other next biggest IP for him to turn his gaze upon is going to be Lucasfilm.
Yeah, but dude, I'm sorry. At some point, like, maybe this was doable and tolerable 5 years ago, right?
Right.
right now, dude, it's just more like honestly, it's more exhausting just to even think about Star Wars at this point because there's so much like d- Lucasfilm has manufactured so much hostility in this that it's not
Facts.
even fun to really talk about. It's exhausting to even think about what's going on. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. There's only one storyline that I really care about, and we're not even looking at it being talked about for another like 2 to 3 years. So, uh, like, also, we don't even know who's gonna be who. Like, what? There's still a chance we don't get a Ray movie. Like,
Well, if Kathy's not going anywhere for a minute, we're getting a Ray movie. There's no
she still could cancel it though.
only if her and Charmaine get in a fight. But other than that, her ego and her insane desire to transform Star Wars will not let her not make that movie.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
You know, C Dub
Other than that, what are
says,
some? Oh, God.
or wait, now Prez says, I didn't finish Bad Batch either, but you gotta admit, Mandalorian has potential, and we all loved the first 2 seasons. Yes, it. Out of everything that's coming to the theater, Mandalorian, I do believe, has the most potential. And obviously, the Ray movie has the absolute least. Um, so, yeah, I'm giving it more of a chance, I think, than Justin is.
I'm tired
But
of bounty hunter shit, bro.
it
That's
it
all we're doing.
it could easily go straight to shit. That's why I'm going to go to a matinee.
Let me just put it like this: I don't care anymore about bounty hunters. I don't. Bounty hunters are way overplayed. In Star Wars right now. That, dude, if I wanted, I wouldn't be like. I'm sorry. I was never into Star Wars because of bounty hunters. I was into Star Wars because of Jedi. I was into Star Wars because of Sith. I don't give a shit about any of this bounty hunter stuff anymore. It's overdone. They've exhausted all of it. It's honestly, it's like a countdown of how long they're gonna make how long until they make Mandalorian, Mando, Din Djarin, whatever, force sensitive at this point. I'm good.
That would be lame as fuck.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see that in theaters.
Yeah, that would just be stupid as shit if Din all of a sudden had force powers. Like for the
Oh,
love
but you
of
put it past them.
no. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that's not a possibility. I'm going to say the percentage of it is vastly lower because this is all John and Dave. So, but I mean, Kathy's still the big boss. She can force whatever the fuck she wants in there. So we'll see. C Dub says, I want to know what Filoni has to say about Acolyte. And Prez says Filoni has got to be freaking out right now. I don't think so. Josh brought up before that, yes, Filoni was George's Padawan, but Filoni also is a company guy. And he's still not the big boss. He still has to do what Kathy wants. So
Yeah.
I don't know that he's freaking out right now, and I don't know that he would really have anything bad to say about the show at this point. If for no other reason than for whatever weird reason, he still has respect for Kathy and the company in and of itself. So he's at this point, at least publicly, going to be a yes man. What goes on behind the scenes, hopefully he's doing much more fighting. But in terms of the public, he's definitely going to be a yes man. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm right there with you. I don't. I like his brain for some of these things, but like if it came to keep Dave and we have to keep everybody, by Dave. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, no. If they're gonna clean house, it has to be a complete house cleaning. Unlike how James Gunn handled DC. Um, I had to throw that one in there just for fun. But yeah, no, it has to be a complete house cleaning, top to bottom, and that does include Mr. Filoni. Matthew says, I like Hayden and Ewan, but the rest was terrible. Kenobi show. Should have been a movie. Boba Fett also should have been a movie. The only total misfire was Solo, but damn, I hated Last Jedi. Okay. Hayden and Ewan, yes. Rest terrible, yes. Should have been a movie. Google the Kai Patterson cut, or Google Kai Patterson Kenobi. He made a 2.5 hour cut of that show and did the literally, at least in my mind, the absolute best he possibly could with the footage that was out there. So, if you want to see what that would look like as a movie, even though it's not the original movie script, which was much better, that's the closest we'll get. Is the Kai Patterson cut for that. Boba didn't necessarily have to be a movie. I mean, it would have been a dope movie unless they wrote him the same way. Like, that was the bigger problem. The biggest problem wasn't that Boba Fett was a show. It was that he was, once again, kind of like what Disney's been doing. They kind of wrote Boba like a little bitch. They nerfed him. That's the biggest problem with that show. That and the fucking Vespa Squad. Like, what the fuck is that shit? The only total misfire was Solo. Solo was not good. Solo did not deserve the hate it's got. Solo took a lot of shit because it was the next thing to come out after Last Jedi. So viewed outside of the fact that the Last Jedi existed right before that, it's not a garbage movie. It's definitely not good.
I'm with it's a garbage movie, but
I don't think it's a garbage movie, but it's definitely not good. President says, Reva! Yeah. Another poorly written character that had no chance. Matthew Gaudette says, and Dial of Destiny made me appreciate Crystal Skull. Sweet Jesus. I have not yet watched Dial of Destiny. I don't know if I ever shall. Maybe. If I'm extremely bored and literally can think of nothing else to watch, I may watch Dial of Destiny. But as of right now, I have zero interest. Especially if it's like that. If it's bad enough to make you appreciate Crystal Skull, which is complete ass in and of itself, then holy fuck. Fuck that movie. Press says, once again, I agree with you. Thank you. I always say the easy fix is give us a Vader show with Hayden. That would be the biggest Disney Plus show possible. I mean, yeah, talk about fucking like an obvious solution that, of course, Kathy in her hubris and her insane dedication to her idiotic vision does not allow her to do something like that.
You want to hear a probably controversial take?
Yeah.
I don't want them to do it.
You don't want them to do what? A Vader show? I mean,
no.
Right now, no. Under this regime, no.
Exactly. I think everything. The one thing that I will give Disney credit for, well, Lucasfilm Disney credit for, right, is they have handled Vader really well. Besides that, that part in
the fire
Tales
scene?
of the that part was pretty bad too. But like, I can get over it, especially after the mayhem he did right before that.
Yeah.
The way they blatantly used him to boost a show for the Tales of the
Sith. Tales of the Empire,
whatever.
Yeah, in the Barris arc.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was that was the one thing that I'm like, nah, bro, y'all obviously,
yeah,
wanted some eyes, and y'all used them.
Oh yeah, no,
Uh,
I saw that as what as I was cool with it until he sat down and just breathed. Then I was
breathed
like,
and didn't say
"You
shit.
click baiting motherfucking
Motherfuckers, bro.
pieces of shit. You no, you can't. No, you do not use Vader. Vader's not a cameo. Vader speaks. Vader chokes motherfuckers.
Hmm.
Vader does not walk in, turn around, sit down, and stare at nothing and
Which which I said until then they have handled Vader really well.
yeah,
That fight against Riva, bro. And besides letting her live,
yeah.
handled that shit really well.
Oh, that fight was dope.
It was so gangster. It was
Except for the end.
so disrespectful. It was so ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
And it just showed how strong he really is.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Not to mention he didn't
with
get tired from shredding that fucking ship.
exactly. He was a gangster in that.
Yep.
But if you're gonna tell me that we're gonna have a whole show with Vader, and you give this, especially now that they are willing to use him for their own characters at this point, you're telling me I should not be afraid of them doing another insertion of some random ass character to try and boost her and make this show really bad. I don't trust them anymore. I don't trust them to do that and be full into just the Vader aspect. And now at this point, don't trust them to keep Vader as ruthless and as savage as he actually is. So
You know, I mean, that's completely valid. That is totally valid. There's, their history would definitely lead you to think that rather than not, for sure.
and knowing them, we would probably have Riva in there as well because that would kind of that would open up a time frame where Riva was being a paddle, well, being a being in that area. So
Yeah, true.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Unless he like activates a lightsaber through her fucking forehead. No,
Which
like just points the hilt
she,
at her and hits the button.
so yeah.
Just,
What were some other things you didn't like of the show or did like?
there wasn't like this show came down to more like it wasn't so much what I liked as it didn't get like obscenely shitty. At least not for me. I know it did for a lot of people. Like I'll never say it was a good episode. A couple of the things they left vague or intriguing. A couple of them are just fucking stupid as shit. We'll get to the whole fire thing. But yeah, so I don't think it was 100% garbage, but it definitely it was weak.
It was definitely weak. Man.
It is weak as shit.
Oh,
All right. Oh, C-Dub says, Justin, you and Kendall went down road to a degree Monday night. Chillin' and Justin. Why is KK still there? I believe it's because no one wants her job. What say you, Jay?
So we had X-Wing on. X-Wing says he thinks she has some dirt on somebody. I'm kind of willing to believe some of that too, but that also tells me like I'm sorry, she must be the only option they have. Cuz let's be real, there's an amount of money they can throw at her to keep her quiet and make her sign an NDA. They must not have another option afterwards, and I think that's bleeding into why she is still there. Because I'm the first one to say, bro, if anybody with this type of track record was in the NFL, they would be gone. So,
Hell, college.
Oh yeah.
At least, at least in the at least in the Big Five conferences or whatever. Well, are we now down to 3?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
There's
that's a
the way
whole
they're
other
handling
fucking
that
thing.
is crazy.
Yeah, that's a whole other fucking discussion right there. The sports balls, but
Who knew college students being paid would break how the leagues are?
right. But yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. Um, is it possible she has some dirt? Yes. Um, I don't think that's the biggest part of it. I think you're right. I think no one wants that fucking job. I think she has diluted that brand to the point where trying to bring it back is just so ridiculously intimidating. Even like it would appear that even the most egotistical of Hollywood producers is like, nah. Like you'd think there'd be one motherfucker in Hollywood with a big enough head to be like, you know what, fuck that bitch. I can fix this shit. But yet, not one seems to be out there. And in that town, that's fucking something, bruh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because if there's one thing that town has zero lack of, it's motherfucking ego. There is no lack of ego in Hollywood.
Yeah, bro. Like, there's easy ways that they could shut her up that don't involve killing her or some crazy, extensively wrongdoing. So,
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't know, man. It's just, it's to me kind of obvious. Good.
Oh yeah, just a little rough little puff.
But yeah, it's kind of obvious that she is. They don't have a better option at this point, bro. Especially if they're trying to talk to. At one point, they were talking to Feige. Feige to go over there. They don't have anybody else that wants to do this shit. I mean, she's literally made this place her own playpen at this point too. So
Yep. Yeah, I mean, and regardless, even if Feige is the guy that ends up, if he ends up moving to Lucasfilm, it's not going to happen before Secret Wars. And
no,
well, it's not going to happen before. It definitely won't happen before Secret Wars, and I doubt it'll happen before like the first 1 or 2 movies of the reboot come out because he's going to want to make sure that starts out solid. And as of right now, I still personally believe that Secret Wars is going to get pushed to 28. I think everything's still going to get bumped another fucking year. So that's still at the earliest 4 years before we could see Feige, and it's probably going to be closer to 6 or 7 or 8. So what the fuck are they going to do for the next 8 years? Even if they like give her a ridiculously sized golden parachute and she walks out in August when her contract runs out, they still have no one to do that shit.
no. The problem is they're fine, bro. Like they still like the ones that really are just down for whatever they do. They're okay with them taking a break. So it's like, what at what point does Lucasfilm have to rush at any point now?
Unless there's some internal pressure that we're not aware of, there really is none. I mean,
Exactly.
there would have to be someone with power behind the scenes, remembering the fact that Star Wars has been a movie franchise for decades, and that Star Wars really needs to be in a fucking theater. Someone somewhere in that company realizes that the company's too large for that not to be the case. But if if the person who comes to said realization can't really do anything about it, then there we are. So,
It's
but
so
I mean,
bad, bro.
unless something like that is happening behind the scenes, she has no reason to feel any pressure at all. Like the board would be like, the board would have to be like, we need a fucking movie, Bob, and then Bob would be like, God damn it, Kathy,
Yeah, bro.
we need a
So
fucking
bad.
movie, because the board is climbing up my ass. Get it done. Without
Man.
something like that, yeah, she's probably gonna fuck around for a long time. And I only say that because I've been watching her do it.
It's so
you,
bad, bro.
you know?
Oh Lord, man. All right, bro. I was just, I'll let you go because I know you've been live for a while too. So,
Oh yeah, but I'm not even done with the show yet.
oh, well,
We still got
go
to
through
get
the
to the
show.
we still got to get to the fire and all that shit.
Oh Lord. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, I mean, first of
Mm.
all, what's with like the sudden like homicidal psychopathy with May? Like, I won't let you leave. How are you going to stop me?
Kill you.
I'll kill you. The fuck?
Dude, so I watched Kristen Harloff's review,
Oh,
and
did
he's
you? How
watching
was
it.
it?
Dude, he said he liked this more than the first two, and I think like okay, but
That's cap.
what high bar was that? Like,
That I mean, I like Harloff. He's definitely entertaining, but he's a little for the. I don't know. He rides the middle for the most part, but when he does lean, he definitely leans positive side.
yeah,
So
but
that's
to
got
me
to be what's
he's
happening with
more.
this episode 3 thing because there's no way in hell this episode was better than either of the first two. That's just like
He's more inclined to speak his mind, in my opinion, from what I've seen. He's the most reliable that is in the know that isn't just straight up shilling for everything.
oh yeah, no, he's like I said,
Oh.
he's definitely very middle of the road, but occasionally if he lets himself like drift a little bit to our side is generally the positive side.
Oh, let me rephrase this. He did not say it was good, by the way. He did
Oh
not
no.
say it was good.
Yeah,
He
but
said he just is it was better for him more than the first two.
yeah, see,
So,
that's just let me use a Joshism. That's just odd to me. That's just odd to me.
oh, dude, it's
But yeah, so yeah, just I'll kill you. Oh,
yeah. So he got to that part. He's like, "What the hell?" Like you can see in his face. I don't think he verbalizes it until like maybe after, but he's like,
right,
"That is one hell of a change."
right. I mean, we thought Ice Cube Jr.'s change was bad in Kenobi. This was just the fuck.
I'll kill you. What?
Yeah,
I know you're mad, but damn.
it's like shit, bro. Calm
It was
down.
so bad.
Okay, just real quick. Let me catch up with chat, then we'll really get into it.
Yeah, catch up with
All
Jake.
right. Prez said, or go Old Republic or 1,000 years forward. I would not trust Disney with Old Republic. 1,000 years forward, that would basically be whatever because they'd just build off fucking Ray anyway. But 1,000 years forward would be way past her being alive, so that would have a chance. C Dub says, I truly don't think they have a better answer for her right now. I'm definitely inclined to agree. So is Prez. Matthew says, except for the art department, sound department, and ILM, I agree. KK has to go and the story group. Yeah, I can agree with that actually. Because yeah, ILM is well. I mean, they're legendary still for reasons. So
They're the only ones holding the shit together because of their innovations at this point.
pretty much. Prez says I can drop the file in the Discord for the Patterson cut. That would be fucking magnificent, dude. Please do so. Racing Palpatine says no. Crystal Skull is still a bad movie. Just Dial of Destiny is worse. Oh yeah, no. I totally agree that Crystal Skull is shite. But if Crystal Skull is shite and Dial of Destiny makes someone think Crystal Skull is not as bad as that, then I have zero reason to watch Dial of Destiny. Price says all they had to do was let him speak. It's that simple. Oh yeah, Vader and Tales of the Empire. Yeah, that like seriously, all like literally just 2 words like or welcome and then, some title for them as a group. And just give me that. Price says she'll just survive anyways. Oh, Reva? Yeah, probably. Matthew says, Luke isn't a MacGuffin either. Someone go back in time and please tell JJ what the hell is with empty mystery box storytelling. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with that either. He also says, KK planned to use Luke, Han, and Leia as cameo rather than characters. For that alone, she should be fired. I cannot disagree.
You're not wrong.
Lou says, we still lit. Dub says, y'all are great together. Get Jay on video. If Streamlabs will let me do that without paying for it, I would. But I can get him in on StreamYard when we plan it out for definite sure. So For sure. C-Dub also says, I don't feel like I'm a grifter when it comes to Star Wars.
No.
Yeah. No, you both just care like we all do. Yeah. I mean, like, if you're just calling it like you see it and like crediting what you think is good and shitting on what you think is bad, that's what you're actually supposed to fucking be doing. Like, it's only a grift when you take an extreme. Like, the toxic positives are out there just grifting, A, for the favors that they get from Lucasfilm / Disney, and B, because they get their oh yeah, they get so much favors. And
some of them aren't. That's the funny part. Some of them aren't even getting favors, and you know who I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. But yeah, like the ones that like anything with the Star Wars label on it are just as much a disingenuous grifter as the ones who hate on Star Wars just because it's Disney Star Wars. Like, it's the same grift, just opposite ends of the spectrum. But it's literally the exact same grift.
Dude, I've been watching your boy lately, man, and
who, Obsession?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a decent dude, but
he's a good dude. I always, whenever I say something about him, I preference what I say because I think I don't have experience of talking to him, but I gather he's a good guy. But like, bruh, some of the shit he be saying is, dude, you are just as bad as the grifters. Like,
yeah, he gets a little wild.
What the fuck?
He does get a little wild sometimes, for sure. I do agree. C-Dub says, heavy spoilers. What about heavy spoilers? What'd Paul do? Matthew says,
by the way, heavy spoilers is... Go ahead.
I was going to say, Matthew says, George is my favorite filmmaker, so what Disney has done made me angry. I mean, that's totally fair. But I'm almost at apathy, and Kreia said apathy is death. Yeah, I mean, you're part of an ever-increasing group with the apathy thing.
And you think, dude, for back to the grifting thing, it's not grifting if you are respectful and listen to other people's opinions.
Yeah.
It's grifting when you state your opinion and then you shit on anybody else's opinion and then make it clear and try to hurt other people's opinion or feelings for their opinion. Like that's when you draw a sticky line that really you need to check yourself. And C-Dub, you don't do that. I can tell you, you don't do that. A lot of the people in this chat don't do this. So
no, because if they started that bullshit, I'd be whipping out the band hammer. That's one of the things I've made clear from the outset of this channel. I'm not here to play like the hate game and shit. And like you come in here trying that shit, you're gonna get banned. Actually, no, I take that back. I will shit on you for being really stupid for a few minutes, and then I will ban you. But yeah, it's the grift. The grift comes from the extreme people. The one because they're as intolerant as what you just said. They don't listen at all. There's nothing reasonable about their discourse. It's just this bad or you this. Like literally, it's 2-word Neanderthal level fucking discourse is what it is.
Yep.
So C-Dub says, nah, I'm saying you two speak for us. And Lou just says, bruh. And then
What's
Dub
up, Billy?
says, I feel Justin's cringe about just make good Star Wars shit. Stop making it about race or gender. Stop making it so personal. We are nerds. We have... Crap, that goddamn heart's in the way. Something about Ben Outcasts. But yeah, no, that you're speaking facts, bro.
See, let me say it like this too, because look, it's okay. It's not the problem of putting in like a different race of character, which I think y'all. I mean, see, I know you've heard me say this before. It's good to have that, right? It's good to change some of, because let's be completely real. Star Wars is predominantly white. I don't think I'm saying something that is not unfactual. For black people, we have 3 characters, and they are all dog shit. Well, I'm not gonna say they're all dog shit, but we have 3 characters, and one is good. Finn screams Rey the whole time. Mace Windu is lit, but he is literally pretty much the whole purpose of Anakin going to the dark side, because he's a dick to Anakin. Then you have Reva now. Enough said, guys. They botched that shit up. And then we have now Osha and May, which is virtually the same character. They put out there to be a little, I mean, they just put out there to be a controversial figure. Oh, and then Lando, which worst character in all of history, I think. We don't it's fine to make characters that are in Star Wars that are good characters first, and then they're black, and then they're lesbian, or then they're gay, or whatever. That's not what they're doing. They're not even giving these characters a shot right now. And that is where I am really drawing the line and saying, Disney, I don't want to hear, Lucasfilm, I don't want to hear y'all say any more about inclusion. I don't want to hear y'all say anything about patriarchy, because y'all ain't helping shit right now. Y'all ain't even trying to make a character to be loved or and received well at all at this point. So,
Nope. And that's the saddest part about this whole thing is like how they're fucking over these poor actors. You know? That's like the worst part of all of this.
exactly. And yeah, Mace Windu's lit. He's one of my he's my second favorite Jedi, but I cannot deny he is a dick. His whole purpose is to literally be a dick to Anakin. From the start, he didn't want Anakin to get trained. So you don't like Lando? Lando has done nothing. He has done nothing except cause problems. He turned on his boys, and then he went over and almost got eaten up by a Starlack or whatever it's called. And then now is going to have sex with droids. He is a bitch-made character. Sorry.
I mean, droids got built-in lube, bro. I don't know. All right. Brooke says, we probably said this before. The problem isn't wokeness or race or whatever. It's just that we want good content. Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to X-Men 97. That is woke, in quotes, as fuck. But they surrounded their themes with the best story we've gotten from Disney, any part of Disney, in years. Yep. And that's why you didn't hear jack shit from the Red Hats. Nothing.
Exactly.
A gay black man wrote the most hater-proof show to ever be written. Ponder on that one for a bit. Just
sorry,
let
Prez.
Let that bake in your noodles for a minute. A gay
Prez,
black man wrote the most hater-proof show in existence right now.
Facts. Actual facts.
C-Dub said, heavy spoilers is what I'm referring to when it comes to what you both were talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah. what he said in his breakdown video. Yeah, we're definitely going to get to that theory.
And sorry, Prez, I have hard feelings about Lando.
Finn and BP with a yes, taking out the posters for the Chinese market. Yeah, that was one of the more glaring examples of the Disney Corporation's hypocrisy. Brick says, "Man, I miss watching X-Men 97 episodes each week." Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, they're so good.
God, that show isn't gas. It's fucking like dilithium. It's dilithium crystals. It creates fucking warp drive.
True.
That show's magnificent. But unfortunately, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, May's gonna kill her because she's frustrated, I guess. The fuck. And then she takes her journal, locks her in her room. May is doing this to Usha. And then takes a lamp that's fuel that has some kind of liquid fuel in it, and lights the journal on fire, and then evidently drops the lamp, which creates a fire outside the door, which then starts working its way inside. That part is believable because there was a liquid accelerant in that lamp, so that is going to spread flame. And it's believable that the flame climbed up and fried the electrical panel. However, however, from there, somehow while May is crawling through that service tunnel or not May, but OSHA's crawling through that service tunnel or whatever, the room fire, hallway/room fire, all of a sudden miraculously led to explosions, large chunks of falling rock. The main energy source, whether it was a nuclear reactor or whatever, in the middle, blowing the fuck up. And like all the witches dead. Mostly. At least that's what it's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're supposed to believe also that Soul was just handily there. And that he couldn't save May even though she was well within his force grip, and he could have grabbed both of them with the force rather than just lunging for OSHA with his hand. So who knows why he did that, but that is either weak writing or something potentially shady. We'll see which. But yeah, so all we see is a bunch of dead witches in one room. No apparent marks on them. Did anyone else notice this? Just a little bit of dust. And they were all there.
Yes.
There's
no lightsaber marks at all. Anywhere in the
no indication that any weapons were used whatsoever. It's almost like, I don't know, like they were fucking forced to drink poison or something. Like, so who knows how the hell they ended up like that? They're just laying there dead, surrounded by debris. Then we keep going, and we see Mother Anastasia dead, but doesn't look like she died a violent death because she just looks like she's just fucking taking a nap. And so, they make it out of the thing. We get that nice panoramic shot with all the fire happening, and then, onto the ship we go. There better be a fucking explanation coming, because it's painfully obvious that outside forces were involved in that, the fire that May started somehow becoming a settlement-destroying conflagration.
Dude, I don't even think we're going to get an explanation for that part, bro. I'm just going to keep it a buck.
I mean, either we're going to get an explanation or, like, that's going to be some of the worst writing ever fucking done. Like, those are literally the only two options. Either we're going to get deets or there's going to be lame. No, that'll be beyond lame. That'll just be abysmally fucking stupid, is what that'll be. But I mean, I understand that this is supposed to be a mystery show, but for fuck's sake, mysteries, in order to be followed, require clues.
Not wrong.
I mean, last time I checked, that's how mysteries work. That's how mysteries get figured out by both the characters and the audience. Clues. Clues. That's how that shit works. Not like 2 bits of information that then creates 16 more fucking questions. Like, okay, yes, you confirmed it was a fire, but what you showed us about that fire makes 0 sense, and therefore, like, you know, what the fuck? I mean, they tried a little bit to set up that something was going to go wrong with that reactor or whatever the fuck. In that one scene where the girls were being taught and then started to fight in that absolutely lame-ass little scene, but we're done ripping on them, so I'm moving on. But yeah, at the end of that scene, you know, they heard the noise and whatever, and then the not a Zabrak chick went and looked and, you know, didn't see anything, but there was a couple of extra sparks and shit going on. So I'm assuming that noise was someone fucking around in there. I think the sparks were there just because they're not that good at maintenance, honestly. I don't think that was created because she didn't, like, go right to that. But I do think there was definitely some fuckery going on with the clanking.
Oh, man.
But it's still not enough. That's just like, okay, here's kind of what I think I want you to be thinking, is what that was. But yeah, we're not really being led anywhere, at least not at any kind of pace. And it's like, there's just humongous holes. I mean, there are supposed to be holes in mysteries, but they're not supposed to be quite this fucking large. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, so like the biggest question, there are 2 huge questions really this episode leaves. How shady were the Jedi in what happened above Osha's head while she was going through that tunnel? And then we get into what Paul brought up in his breakdown is the non-Zabrak chick doesn't seem to be around. She doesn't seem to be in the pile of corpses. Mother Anasea was the only one in that room. So, was she the one that was doing shit to the actor? Not actor, reactor. I mean, so there's a chance she's being shady. There's a chance the Jedi are being shady. So, I mean, that's a little bit of, okay, what are they going to do next? But the setup is weak as fuck.
Yeah, the problem I have, though, is like, because it has to be one or the other, right?
Yep.
So, if it is the, what's the Zabrak lady's name?
Corin, I think, Mother
Core
Corin
or something.
Corin. I know it starts with a K.
If say it is her,
Okay.
why the fuck is that one guy that was in hibernation or whatever for 10 years? Why is he having guilt? So I'm not understanding why it would be him at this, like why it wouldn't be him and why it would be Corin going and killing everybody. Right. But when you think about it too, it kind of adds up with what it would be Corin. So I don't know, man. I don't get it. It's
well, see, here's
there's gonna be something messed up here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, see, here's the thing though, is they're giving us stuff approaching evidence, but we're not getting actual like evidence. They're being very wishy-washy about what they're trying to show us. You know, there's a certain level of vagueness that you don't want to cross even when you're doing a mystery show, and they have crossed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't have faith too much that they're going to be able to wrap this all up and have it make sense right now, because they have so many lingering plot holes right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I know like the show was planned to be like 2 or 3 seasons, but like if this show ends up doing like completely shitty, we might not get a second season, and then we might end up with a whole lot of unanswered questions, which will be super fucking lame. C-Dub says, do you guys think Star Wars and KK are trying too hard and overcompensating? Jay is right. The black characters are few, except for SMJ and Lando. I mean, trying too hard and overcompensating is probably the polite way to put it. How about I'll just leave that right there. Yes, they are definitely trying too hard and overcompensating. And yes, Jay is right. There are very few awesome black characters.
I don't say that lightly too, by the way. Like
I know you
Anakin
don't.
is my favorite character. Like, I'm a huge Hayden fan because of Anakin. So like I love that. But like, I'm not also gonna deny that there's not a lot of black characters in Star Wars that are worth even rooting for, except for kind of Mace Windu. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, Mace Windu, you can root for Mace, except when he's in the same room as Anakin.
exactly.
Yep. Pod Racing Palpatine says, I can only suspend my disbelief so far. I mean, yeah. He also says, this episode told us nothing new. May is unlivable? Not because she's evil, but because she's just a raving psychopath. Unlikable. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, not because she's... Yeah, okay, I get it. They're playing her evil the wrong way. C-Dub says, Justin, what do you want to see from Star Wars?
I want to see, honestly, I wanted to see what we thought would happen with the sequel trilogy. I wanted to know I want to see what happened as far as after Luke saved everybody, Luke, Leia, and Khan saved everybody. I wanted to see how that relationship with Luke went with Anakin, because at that point, that relationship is able to happen. I wanted to see how that relationship goes over with, his, Leia, because there's Leia's not happy with Anakin, which validly so. But
Yeah,
I think that's a story that needs exactly. I think that is a story that needs to be told, and I think that is a story that would be awesome to be seen, because there's even the conversation of, especially with Anakin's powers, bro, at this point, being a Force ghost, he can tell the story. He can show them things and tell them about their mom and things like that. So, and then also make Luke such a much more fierce and crazy, powerful Jedi that he should be.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely.
So that's what I wanted to see.
At least for me, I'm still firmly convinced that Anakin is no mere Force ghost. He's the new father.
Oh yeah, 100%. I believe so as well. That's why the only show that will get me back into watching Star Wars, and then I will be back not watching it again, is Ahsoka season 2.
I mean, I totally understand that shit. Matthew says, wasn't Rey originally going to be Jessica Herwick? I wonder why they cast Ridley. I have no clue.
It's not that big of a question. Ridley is a good actor. She just same thing with Finn. Same thing with a lot of the actors we talk about in Star Wars. She was not given a lot of stuff to work with. So
Yeah, I mean, she did the best she could with what she was given.
and
That's
she's beautiful too. Like
yeah,
she's
yeah.
checks a lot of it.
Yeah, I'd want to spar. I'd want to spar with her with stabs, if you know what I'm saying. But
Your wife
yeah,
must not be watching.
she'll watch the replay. I don't care. Um, but yeah, I have no idea if they were originally if they had an actress before Daisy for that or anything. Nor do I know who Jessica Herwick is. I may Google her. Presses, shit, here we go again. Shitload of cops right outside my house.
Oh shit. Be safe, Prez. Holy shit.
Welcome to Pacoima, Los Angeles, California. Press says, oh, fuck, man, gotta go. All right, man.
Be safe, man.
Yeah, be safe. Stay behind, like, solid objects and all that good shit. C-Dub says, you guys fix it. For real. Chillin' and Justin, fix it. Filoni can only do so much. All right. After I read Matthew's chat. Says Mark Hamill fan. Well, I don't know how long it would be till I got to it if we got going. You know what I mean? So, Mark Hamill fan. I don't let politics interfere in my fandom. I still like him. Still appreciate when he sent me an autograph in the 1990s for nothing. I'll always be grateful. I mean, hell yeah. Steve says y'all are great together. VPN a torrent of Streamlabs. I got you too. That's awesome, Dub. All right. Fixing it. All right. You are the new president of Lucasfilm, Justin. Go.
You go first. This is...
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Step one. Have a little sit down with Dave. Get like his most honest truth about what he wants to do with Star Wars and where, you know, what he sees going forward, what he wants to do, how he wants to handle canon going forward and whatnot. If I like what he says, he stays. If I don't, he gone. Other than that, yeah, outside of the effects people, everybody gone. All the writers, all the producers, all the, you know, all that. They all gone. Go bye-bye. And then I go out and find a bunch of Star Wars fans that also are pretty fucking good storytellers. And then I hire them. And then I put their asses to work. And then I get a whole bunch of X-Men 97 level shit. And it'll be great. Because Bo DeMeo proved it. You get a writer's room full of fans with skills, that's what you get. Yep. And that's exactly what I would do. I would hire highly skilled fans. And I would let them go. Well, I'd still make them bring me what they wanted to do, but, you know, other than that, you know, all I would have to like is the outline. I'd trust them to fill it all in. Hi, buddy. How's my baby? Yes, that's Daddy's microphone. Hello. Like, I don't know. I'm actually not sure how long he's been up here. I'm so used to this shit, I didn't even notice right away until he got, like, under my face. Padres and Palpatine says, we need Friends, but set in the Star Wars cantina. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're talking also somebody that doesn't really like Friends, so...
I mean, I love Friends, but that's not the motif you want. I don't want that motif anywhere near Star Wars. I'm good. Matthew says, do you consult George Lucas or no? Disney didn't want him. I mean, I would definitely fucking get a hold of him. For sure. See where he was at. Be like, all right. I would, I just flat out like, do you want to be involved on any level? Like, I'm not asking you to come back full time. I'm asking what you want to do, and then whatever he decided, I would do, basically. But yeah, outside of that, I would be hiring a bunch of fucking highly skilled at writing fans and make the best Star Wars content we've had in decades. Chillin is doing Elon Twitter takeover. I can go without the association with Elon, but yes.
Dude, Twitter is a mess right now, bro.
Oh, it's so fucked. But I do. I'd like. I. You know me, Jay. I do appreciate the fact I can now like boobies without it appearing on my feed and annoying other people.
True, true, true.
Like
It's funny though that
most of the reason I don't like a lot of that shit is because I don't want to load my feed up with it, and some people may not be as into ass and titties as I am. They might want to only see. They might want to not really see that until they're alone or whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm not trying to show everybody that I'm a freak type shit,
Yeah, I mean, well, I've made it plain that I'm a freak in chats and on here and shit, but talking about it and actually seeing it are two different things, which is why I don't mind spoilers. Because the true story is always in the execution. But okay, but yeah, that's how I would fix it. Simple on paper, obviously highly difficult to execute because there are a lot of Star Wars fans with good ideas, but actually getting those ideas to translate into acceptable content, that's the trick. So, finding people who can do that, that's going to be the fun part. But once I got them, oh shit. Star Wars will be lit again.
Yeah, I'm having meetings with everybody.
Okay.
We're going all through your Twitter. We are seeing how much you really love Star Wars first. If there's any inkling that you are not here for Star Wars, or you are just here to, you are not a fan of Star Wars, of any part of it, like, I'm fine with you saying, like, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this episode or something like that, but like, I need to gather that you are still a huge fan. Anyone that I can prove that is different or have an inkling that is different, they're gone. They are gone. Because there are still Star Wars fans over at Lucasfilm. But I'm sorry, as far as like Dave Filoni, gone. I love I love a lot of the things he's done. Actually, he might stay. We'll give him a couple projects still. And test the waters and see.
Well, yeah, that's
if
why
they go bad, he's gone.
That's why I said he and I'd be having to come to Jesus meeting to determine his future.
And then who else? Then we're going ahead and writing what I just talked about as far as the in-between, the relationship between Luke and Leia. We are bringing in Carrie Fisher's daughter, and we're going to keep that legacy going.
Cool.
If she wants to. But we are going ahead and telling that story. And we are consulting with George on a lot of that.
The show.
And that will be our first set of trilogies. We will figure out some type of new big bad. But after that, then we'll start, we'll actually dive into the stories of the Old Republic. And then we will bring we will have all the inclusion you need. Don't need it don't matter. We will have all the inclusion you need, but it's going to be Star Wars. They are not going to be defined by their whatever it is, So And yeah, Star Wars, I'm not gonna say will be saved, but we're at least we're gonna be on the road to at least making it hard to hate us.
Yep. We
Yep.
would definitely do good enough job to bring the casuals back. I mean, there are some that are just. I mean, even Josh said this, and I totally agree with him. There is a fair chunk of fans that it does not matter like what Lucasfilm does or how big or how good. Like if they somehow manage to make really good Star Wars content again, they're never fucking coming back.
Oh yeah.
So like that damage is permanently done. Like I firmly believe under the right circumstances, Star Wars can redeem itself to a point, but enough damage has been done that we will never see it anywhere near the peak we saw it at between or yeah when like news of the new trilogy first started to drop. Like that was the peak of Star Wars fandom before we actually saw what the fuck they did, and we will never see that level again.
No. I mean, hell, like Marvel won't see a lot of that level again anymore.
No, probably not. They'll probably never see Infinity Saga peak again, but they will get a hell of a lot closer than Lucasfilm ever will get to their peak.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So,
Yeah. All right, where are we at here? Pod Racing Palpatine says we need Sex in the City set on Coruscant. Will you just stop
he's
putting that stuff out there? Damn it!
trolling.
Jesus Christ! C-Dub says I'm saying give me Luke cutting it up in his prime like Mando season 2. Definitely bring back SLJ and let him be the Star Wars Avengers team captain for Thrawn. Fixed.
Hate to say it too. Thrawn would be gone in my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the character. I would just definitely improve a lot of the writing. Like he would be instantly more badass. I wouldn't dust him. I would just fix him. Cuz well-written Thrawn is dope. Yeah, that's just me though. I mean, I do feel you on wanting to get rid of him. I do understand why you would want to do that because in terms of being a big bad, he's been canged.
I mean, yeah, but like I need someone that's gonna rival. Not no be nowhere near as like strong as Sidious was, but I
True.
need someone that's gonna rival Sidious. And Thrawn, I don't give a fuck. He does not rival Sidious to me.
That's fair. Totally fair. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, if not him, then definitely a big bad that actually, has power,
Mhm.
not just military power.
Exactly. So
Yeah. Matthew says Larry Kasdan had his shot. He blew it. I remember everyone saying, if only he wrote the prequels. He wrote Force Awakens and Solo. Yeah, okay. Well, then, fuck you, Larry Kasdan. Brooke says, I will try to have faith Star Wars can be fixed despite the tough times right now. I mean, it can be fixed. It can be fixed, but in terms of being able to reclaim its peak, never gonna happen.
yeah,
Never.
and I think under this regime, it's not gonna be fixed until everyone, maybe even including Dave, is gone.
Yeah, I mean that a clean house is going to be required because with the current regime, it's not even going to begin to turn around. Like that can't even start until like all those motherfuckers are gone.
I hate to say it, dude. They don't want to, man. They don't want to
I know.
do this. Like
I know.
it's obvious with this show they don't want to, man.
Oh yeah, definitely not. This show. I think Josh is right. They did this.
Intentionally. So,
Uh, they set the show up and did everything in this show to create contentious conversation. and therefore attention, for sure. And also just the hubris of Kathy being like, I can do what the fuck I want to do, and nobody else matters. And that's not a good combination.
No, it is not. No, it is not, bro.
No. Pod Raising Palpatine says Dave Filoni can stay on and make the coffee. Dub says,
I mean, Dave does get a lot of hate, but like he is doing, to me, he is the only link that we've had lately that is still George-esque.
Yeah.
But is it enough right now? No, because I don't think he has enough power to do that. So.
No. And again, he's still very sentimental towards Kathy, so who knows how much back towards Lucas Star Wars he would even get us. I think he'd head us in that direction. I just don't know if he'd get us as far back as a lot of people seem to think. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
C-Dub says, however, SLJ has to be the Jedi Master. Gotta cut it up and be a badass. I am blanking on SLJ. Star Wars. I hate my brain sometimes. Help me out, Dub. Brooke says, definitely we won't see a new peak, but we can still enjoy the old content. Oh, that's for sure. Matthew says, even Oscar winner Michael Arndt failed at writing 7. They had award-winning Rick Carter. It didn't matter. Just like Picard had Michael Cabin. Yeah. No, Picard was just until Terry Matalas took over as showrunner for season 3, and then it was fucking gold. C-Dub says, yeah, but Sidious is dead for fracking 60 plus years. I want to see Luke in his prime. Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying bring back Sidious. Like, no, I'm not bringing back Sidious. Sidious is dead. He's not coming back in any of my type of content if I were to have to change it.
Oh, Samuel L. Sweet Jesus, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, my God. Oh, and I cannot go back and erase this. Oh, well. I can from the video, but not from your minds, so it's already too late. But yes, oh yeah, I would definitely love to see Samuel L. do some Mace windowing when Anakin's not around, because then he'll be less of a dick.
I'm telling you, man, do a I would watch a Mace Windu Apprentice series.
Right? When he's the Padawan, that'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be running around with fucking Yoda.
Hell, to see him just be a Jedi, bro. There's so much story you could tell like that, and I just don't understand why they don't want to do it, but
yeah, dealing with Mace's younger years, that's prime fucking territory. That is prime territory. And yet another stupid-ass decision on their part not to farm that fertile land. C-Dub says, Thrawn is a perfect next target in bringing back Mace as the leader. Bro, who doesn't want to see that? Give Mace a vibranium arm and have him put together a team. I mean, done right, I actually would be down for Star Wars Avengers. I think that could be cool. I mean, if you think about it, it sort of is. It's just, a small team of 3 backed up by, an entire rebellion.
I mean, if you think about it, we got that in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Because you had Anakin, Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Yoda. Well, Yoda was not there yet, but
Yep.
Mace Windu, Plo Koon.
Yep.
Everybody was on there.
Yeah, that kind of was an Avengers type thing too. Actually, just on a larger scale, even a larger scale than the Endgame fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because that all still happened on Earth, and we're talking galactic shit here. Brooke says, I do enjoy watching old lightsaber fight scenes from Star Wars episodes 1 through 6. Every now and then. Brings back good memories. Yeah.
Same, Brooke. Same.
Yeah.
Even like the Clone Wars animated show, their lightsaber fights, they are very. It's like y'all thought of this here. Why did y'all not think of any of this there? But I digress.
Yeah. What do I need to reread? Brooks says a show where Boba tries to hunt down Mace Windu would be cool.
Yes and no. We kind of got that in the Clone Wars show.
We literally got that in Mando when Boba Fett shows up looking for his fucking armor. Matthew says, but is Maul worthy of being the new Emperor? I just find him not all that threatening and an easy kill for Luke. Obi-Wan cut him in half in Phantom Menace. He would really have to get super OP.
Maul's dead at this point, though.
Well, no, not right after Return of the Jedi. He's not. Oh, yes, he is. Obi-Wan
There he
kills
is.
him
He's
before
long
that.
gone.
Yeah. In canon, Disney canon, Maul is fucking dead. We need Moana, but set on Camino. Jesus Christ. Or the Little Mermaid set on Camino. Jesus. Pod racing Palpatine. Well, I found my Trev for the stream. There he is. C-Dub. Luke in his prime. Mace. Bro, Mando is in there too. Fixed. And Samuel openly admits he wants to be he would be part of Star Wars again if asked. Oh yeah. Oh, I know Sam wants to come back. That's not the problem.
Dude, he's made it very clear.
Yeah, the problem is the problem is KK and the fact that Mace Windu has anything to do with, like, the Skywalker saga. So, again, that's something that ain't going to happen without a regime change.
Yeah.
And George's sequel, you meant? Yeah, George was going to bring Maul back. As I recall, he was going to have him paired up with another Sith. Darth Talon, was it? I cannot remember offhand.
Either.
But yeah, I'm sure George would have roided him up, so to speak, if he was going to make him one of the villains for his version of the sequels. I'm sure he would end. I mean, he still had a pretty large chunk of. He was still pretty fucking powerful in Rebels, so he really wouldn't need all that much juicing to be competitive. He would need an insane amount of juicing to actually win. Yeah, yes, hilarious pod racing Palpatine. Ha ha ha. C-Dub says, there was a time when Feige was going to take over Star Wars. What do you think he would do? Sam Jackson putting together a team? You're just all about that, Dub, aren't you? Dub wants Star Wars Avengers bad. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't either. I think it's a very big loss that they have not used Sam Jax at all.
Yeah,
and he's under that Disney brand, so
it's just yeah, he's already fucking Nick Fury. It's not like he's never on the lot. Like, come on, bro. Shit. Matt says Talon from Legacy. Yeah. Steve says I'm competitive too, chillin'. Yeah. Yeah, true that. So let's see. Yeah, fire. They all leave. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode. Other than they show May survive, but of course we already knew that. I think it was supposed to be significant that, because the first time I watched it, I'm like, why does she think Osha's dead if she's watching the ship fly away? But on the rewatch, I realized the ship was already gone, and May thinks Osha's dead because she wasn't at that tree that she found her at, that she says she always finds her at. So that part at least made a little more sense. on the second watch. Because the first time, like, the fuck? But yeah, other than that, the episode's pretty much over. Any final thoughts?
Um, dude, I probably got one more episode in me.
Yeah.
After that, if it doesn't do any type of picking up, I'm not wasting any more time on it. It's dude. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
That shit is like
they're
now.
they're all dead now, so there's no more of that.
I'm sure they'll figure out some other corny shit to do. So
Yeah, I mean, unless they do another flashback earlier than this flashback, which would be fucking dumb. The only flashback that would be good earlier than this flashback would be if they actually show us what kind of ceremony they did to make the twins. That's the only useful flashback they could do at this point.
that's kind of to me what they would have to do, but
Yeah, we'll see.
Exactly.
Matthew says, once upon a time, I wanted Disney X-Men like 10 years ago. Now I'm not even sure if I will watch the new Wolverine Deadpool. Bro. I mean, I understand. Yeah, I understand being disillusioned with Marvel, but there is no way Wolverine and Deadpool is going to suck. Or Deadpool and Wolverine is going to suck. It's like there's zero chance.
Let me say it like this, Matthew. If there's one show or franchise right now that has an actual chance of getting back to somewhat glory, it's Marvel. And the start is with Deadpool. So if Deadpool is ass for some reason, which I highly doubt it will be, then you dude, take a bow.
Yep.
But give this one a chance. Give this one a chance. I think this one has a good shot of being really good.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds got a hard R-rated Deadpool movie and brought in Hugh Jackman Wolverine to be the most raw version of Wolverine we have seen to date.
and it's going to do a lot of tying up as well. So
Yep. I honestly cannot think of a scenario into where this movie would fail outside of like a civilization ending meteor.
would, because the way this world is going right now, and that might actually happen.
Right, but I'm just saying the odds of that are greater, I think, than Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine being bad, or even middling. Like I don't even see this being a mid movie. This movie's gonna fucking rock, bro.
I do too.
C-Dub says Luke in his prime, make Thrawn into a Thanos. Mace is the Jedi leader. Mando and Ahsoka. Tell me I'm wrong. KK certainly will. I mean, she would. That is for sure. That is a fun basis for a story, for sure.
And that's the other thing too. I want to see this. Like we've been waiting for this too. Especially, I want to see this conversation with Luke and Ahsoka. I don't know if they just don't want to give it to us, but there had to be a conversation like, "Yo, yeah, I'm Anakin's son."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your dad went dark side while I was, after I left him.
Like, sorry, exactly. But like, that should be a touching moment that we are just. I don't know if they just don't want to give it to us, but I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's the choices they've made of what to show us and not show us are definitely for the most part whack.
Yep.
Joseph Ritchie, welcome. Hi, how are you tonight? I am doing okay. The Fandom at War? The fandom's always at war. In this case, it is specifically about whether or not how the twins in the Acolyte came to be was breaking canon. Many think it was. I do not. Of course, there's the usual contingent bitching just because there are lesbians in there, but, I mean, I saw a bunch of good-looking lesbians, and I never have a problem with that. But yeah. Oh, Brent's back. What up, man? So that's like the massive TLDR on the Fandom at War. C-Dub says, who doesn't want to see that scenario? I mean, the current regime of Lucasfilm doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Brent says, there was
Yeah.
sort of a conversation like that in Book of Boba Fett. Of what?
I think he's referring to the Ahsoka and Luke talking, but like
Oh, yeah, but
it wasn't them meeting for the first time. I want to see that.
Yeah, no, and there was nothing deep about their conversation. And like, at least in terms of like their different relationships to Anakin. Like they talked about Grogu a little bit, but that's about it. Matthew says, I hope so. The new Ghostbusters was horrible. Bad writing. Nostalgic and misfire. Yes, with bad writing. Honestly, don't know what was worse, 2016 or Frozen Empire. I don't know. I've watched neither. But from what I hear, 2016 would be is generally considered to be worse. Joseph Ritchie says, I do not either because I don't think they are twins.
Do not think who are twins.
May and Osha. Are you buying
I
into
think
the
they're
Are you buying into
very.
the theory out there, Joseph, to where one of the two is actually dead and the other one is like a projection of some sort or some shit like that? There's some kind of theory about one of them's actually dead going on.
I don't
Although
think that holds though now.
it's got a lot of holes in it. See,
Yeah, because they clearly see her,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. C-Dub says, you're going to skip 60 years of Luke's life? What are we? Jesus' life from age 15 to 30? Lame. Yeah, I mean, the eras they've chosen to explore and how they've chosen to explore them outside of a few projects is lame. Like a vast majority of Disney Star Wars is lame to booty cheeks. That's just facts. Oh, okay, you're not buying into that theory, but I can share with you what I think. Okay, yeah. Why aren't they twins? I am definitely curious. I need to know. Do.
That's the problem, bro. There's so many freaking holes in this show right now, man. It's
Yeah, I mean, so far as I mean, damn it, what the fuck was I about to say? I don't remember. Joseph says Osha and May are one girl. The girl is a doppelganger. Oh. So you think Mother Anasea only managed to conjure up one of them and then they just cloned the bitch? Interesting.
that is very interesting. But she did say she carried both of them. So
Yes. Well, maybe it was. Okay. Maybe they got some amniotic fluid out and cloned her from the DNA in there in like just up to egg form and then stuck her back in.
what?
Like modern IVF. So like the amniotic fluid is surrounded by like the DNA of the baby, so a sample of that is going to have a lot of baby DNA in it. So all they would have to do is isolate the DNA, clone that, and just get it up to the point of being an egg, and then stick it in the chick with the horns to finish growing.
That
Not a
is
clone?
lot of
Yeah, it's a stretch.
that,
It's
that is a
stretch.
lot of mental gymnastics.
It
That
is.
if they go that route, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that'd be wild. Man says, can they retcon Jake Skywalker and make it a TV show? Oh, they can do whatever they want. It's whether they would. Remember, the witch's wife said that they are not normal. Yeah. I mean, it's again one of the vague contexts that they left us to play with. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like to a certain point, vagueness is fun because you can that allows for some speculation. But again, there's a point where it's too vague, and speculation can just get way too motherfucking wild, and then it ceases to be fun. It's kind of where I stand on that one. Holy shit. 347. All right, motherfuckers. I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but it is fucking time to go. Holy shit.
All right, brother. Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, bro, any old time. No one wants to see Han get killed and Luke do nothing about it. Yeah, no, yeah, well, we didn't want to see that, but we did. Excuse me.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later. Peace. Goes in, turn that down, hit play. Ooh, there's 194. Nice. Oh, thanks, Joe. Oh, Joseph. Are you the one from Bigby? I'm sorry, I was having trouble remembering your name earlier. So is that you? Good to see you, and I appreciate you coming in. And my bad for taking so long to figure it out. Oopsie. All right. But thank you all who have been here throughout this long-ass stream, or for any part of it, whether you are active in the chat and lurking. If you've managed to make it this far on the replay, thank you. And, of course, if you did not hit like on your way in, please hit it on your way out. And then if you have not done so, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and help grow this fun little community that we got going on here. Right? And then, of course, you know, you guys can always share links to the channel. And thanks, Dub. You know, mute your phone, turn the stream on, and oh yeah, me too. I'm in the Eastern Time Zone, bro. You know, mute your phone, turn the stream on, go to sleep. Clip my most amusing moments and share them out. All kinds of fun stuff. Oh, by the way, thanks to Joseph, we are now at 194 subs, which means we are now only 6 away from my second, admittedly not highly valuable giveaway. But I am going to have a little GameStop gift card giveaway on the stream that occurs, well, I'll say the Saturday stream that occurs after we hit 200. I don't want to do that in the midweek. I want to save that for a weekend. So even if say we hit 200 on like on a Monday, we're not going to celebrate it till the Saturday. Not going to do it on Wednesday. If May started the fire, why does she blame the Jedi? She blames the Jedi for trying to take her sister and forcing her to take such extreme measures. It's their fault her sister wanted to leave in the first place. So therefore, them making her sister want to leave is the root cause of all the chaos. Yeah. All right. So much love, a whole shit ton of gratitude. I can never thank you guys enough for hanging out here. I hope you had as good a time as I did. I hope we didn't, I hope no one got too triggered. And yeah, much love, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you Saturday, and hopefully we'll get some fucking Marvel news by then, because there really hasn't been shit outside of a little Blade talk, but whatever. We'll get to that. It's not, like, huge, but it's annoying. Anyway, so we'll see you Saturday. Hopefully we'll have some Marvel talk for Saturday, because that'd be sick, because generally Marvel talk these days is, well, it's nowhere near as bad as Star Wars talk anyway, even if it isn't always good. So, oh, you're in Central Time then, Brent. Okay. Cool. All right. Once again, much love. Have a great rest of your week. Hope to see you Saturday night, once again at 9 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Times. And thank you. And we'll see you. Bye-bye. We made it. We made it. We got through the Acolyte talk. Holy shit. And it didn't take very long either. Yeah. But we did it. Pat yourselves on the back, y'all. Did a good job of getting through this motherfucking subject. I'm proud of all of us for this accomplishment. This almost 4-hour fucking accomplishment. See, that's what makes you guys awesome. You hung out talking about this admittedly very mediocre show. And you hung out talking about that shit with me for almost 4 hours. You guys are the fucking best. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you so very much. So, thank you. Thanks, Dub. Really appreciate that, man. A lot. So, have a good rest of your week. Be careful out there. And see you Saturday night at the 9 p.m.s over in the Eastern Standard Times. Peace.